Hello. Hope everyone's doing fantastic on this Monday night. I was very tempted on reacting to day two of WrestleMania. I'll just say this. The majority of day two of WrestleMania was okay. The first match, was a triple threat with Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Io Sky. That shit was good. Then you had the Intercontinental Championship fatal four way, which was good. You had what else you had? You had a street fight with Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest, which was good. The ending of that was it made so much sense. It was basically positioning Drew McIntyre positioned Damian Priest's head on to be on top of a chair. It was like the chair was behind the head and was like wedged by the ring post. He threw like a massive claymore kick, and he got and knocked him out. And if that was a kick out, I don't know what that made no sense. That wouldn't have made any sense if he didn't win on a thrust kick with the head bouncing off of a chair. Can be happening. But luckily, the common sense finished one. But what made WrestleMania not make any sense was sucked. Well, especially at Stone Cold Steve Austin going down on an ATV, him circling around the ATV not once, but on his second trip around, he bashed the ATV onto the side, like on the barricade, and then they hurt someone. And then they decided he was there to tell people, oh, here is the final tally of people coming into the stadium. First they said it was 61,000 for sold out. Then they say 64, so it's hard to say what's sold out, what's not. And then you get to the main event. John Cena going for his 17th World Championship against Cody Rhodes. And when I tell you that shit was the most basic form of fighting I have ever seen in life. Like, if you ever try to play a wrestling game and you play with someone that doesn't know much about moves and grapple combinations and whatnot, and all they know is punch, kick, go on the top rope and just do punch with his elbow, axe handle. That's basically what happened. It made no sense. Like, it was just the most basic stuff ever. And then Cody just kept repeating moves like his Cody cutter, which he bounces off a rope and then he goes into it's like an RKO type of thing. It was just nothing was innovative. And then everyone started repeating moves. A disaster kick. Um, Cody cutter. Like everything was repeating. Like they have nothing. They couldn't think of anything cool to do. And you have Travis Scott coming out, and he took his sweet time coming from the entrance to the ring. And I had this on mute while I was working on something, and I figured, what's going on? Was that a DQ? What happened? But literally, everyone was on the ground, like everyone was waiting for Travis to come down, to the ring. And once he got into the ring, Cody beats up Travis Scott. Then he hits Cody. I mean, hits Cena with another finisher. Rev is about to count to three. Travis pulls the guy out. Then and then the ref is still down, and Cena is about to hit Cody with the championship belt and win and get to win. Cody gets the belt, and then Cody has a chance to hit him with the belt, and he decides, and he's fighting with himself, like he's still trying to be the super duper good guy. Like, no, I don't want to do this, and I'm like, what makes sense is if you just throw the championship away, or you just scoot over the ring. Why are you waiting for it? And then Cena just hit him kick it in the balls, delivered his finishing move for the 15th time, got the pin, and he won the championship. The way Mania ended wasn't with a roar, it wasn't with a major controversy, it was just ended in a whimper. And luckily for me, I was watching it on Peacock. It's not that much money, but people actually go over there to watch it at the stadium in Vegas. $2,000, $3,000, sometimes $10,000 for front row seats. Yeah, people didn't give a fuck, and it didn't help that fucking more people were interacting with Cena than they were with Cody. Like, no one gave a fuck about Cody. Like, more people was like, let's go Cena, Cena sucks. No one was saying, good, go Cody, go. No one gave a fuck. And that's a worst type of thing. Cody Rhodes won that championship at last WrestleMania versus the most dominating force the company has ever seen in Roman Reigns. It's a big deal to win a championship over someone that no one could beat. And then he held on to the title not because he was going through a slew or gauntlet of people, but because he never fought anyone. He just did promos and never wrestled at all. And when he did wrestle, he just wrestled people that were equal or below his weight class. Like, he never fought anyone that was a superstar above him. Because if there was, everyone would be rooting for that person to win over Cody. So it was a waste of time having Cody win the championship over Reigns. He didn't do anything with it. He didn't show that he was a fighting champion. He basically did the same thing that Roman did. Just showed up when he needed to show up, and that was it. Now Cena could do whatever the fuck he wants because he's Cena, and he is legitimately old. He don't have time to fight everyone. Unlike Cody, who could fight everyone because he's young and he agreed to his schedule. But nevertheless, you have Raw coming up soon, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how they try to jumpstart another year of wrestling. Because Triple H has this thing where he plans everything out a year in advance. Like, he has like game plans, doesn't know how to pivot. So that's basically my my skeleton my skeleton review of WrestleMania. It was okay at places. It wasn't overall good and it wasn't overall bad. It just hit in places. It was serviceable. But most of these matches are just TV matches. There was no need to have them on pay-per-view, and there was no need to make people pay thousands upon thousands of dollars to watch something that they could just watch on either Netflix or USA Network. They swindled the fuck out of the paying public. And it doesn't count that you have a massive gate if you're making people pay an exorbitant amount of money because they're loyalists to the brand. That should not count. Um, but I've watched I've been watching a little bit of Lolcow Live, Lolcow Rewind, and what caught my eye was Mitch from Now Recording Lore, uh, trying to be a host of Lolcow Aussie. And let me tell you something about dear old Mitch. Mitch is a very fascinating character. Mitch is out there. Mitch was one of the co-hosts of Now Recording. Mitch ran his own streams on his own channel. Successfully, I may add. He has done winter specials, summer specials, all around. And in my personal opinion, I think Mitch would be a perfect host for Lolcow Aussie. Now, there are people that have said that they make it like a criteria, like, oh, you have to know the pay pigs, you have to know the channel, you have to know the members, you have to know the chatters, you have to know the hosts, you have to know a whole slew of fucking things. You gotta know lore, you gotta know ins and outs and feuds and whatnot. Which is fair, which is true, but like, I think some people don't need to make it a test. Or they don't need to crunch themselves. Or they don't need to inundate themselves with bullshit to have a good show. Like, in my view and in my own personal opinion, Mitch would Mitch could just go learn as he goes and just like go hands on with the beefs. Allow himself the I don't think he's good at show. Biscuit, I would love to hear your retort on that. The only reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is because I know, like, I've interacted with Mitch. Not saying I know Mitch. I interact with Mitch on his fucking home base. Now recording, I've interacted with him with his own show, so I'm comfortable to say I know of him. Hell, he's been on my show and stuff like that. When I was first starting out, and I don't know if he came onto my show because someone told him to be on my show or he wanted to be on the show, regardless of the fact. Mitch, I really do appreciate you coming on and whatnot during that time. But in any case, because I think if given the, I think about her, not funny. If you're referring to the Lolcow Rewind yesterday, I could kind of understand where you are coming from on that. Um, can't take pushback or jokes about him. But you know what the interesting thing is, Biscuit? Is he was in that recording. He was friends with people like Matt Pitt, Core, Beavers. Then you had D-Max at one time, and then I think King Brick. correct me if I'm wrong on that. So he was with people that would cut ass all the time. So it surprises me that he would not be he can't deal with people being mean to him. Cause like when I watched it, David Joffrey is like, no, Billy had said he was watching the whole thing. And no, it's tiny compared to Lolcow shows. To be honest with you, Biscuit, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. I think people in what I like to call commentary hell, or commentary in general, there are people that bow to it's weird. Some people in the community look at now recording as the holy grail. Like if you can make it to now recording, you made it. As a small content creator going over there, right? And I've seen who you talking about. Oh, I'm talking about Mitch, aka Shockmouth. You laugh at me, but this is my first-hand experience, Biscuit. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. I can only be honest, right? The world has blessed me with being kind and honest. So hear me out before you kill me on shit. Hold on. So like now, so you have people in small commentary, very small commentary, be like, I'm not good enough to be on Augie stream when the Augie was big back in the day, right? And I'm not good enough to be on Tommy's stream because again, Tommy is Tommy at the time. Way like back I knew Tommy and Augie, I knew of the shows back in 2020, 2019, 2020. Doctor and Rayo, Doctor and Rayo now recording, in my personal opinion, are like two shows I view as small commentary person or small YouTuber. You could get on it if you're spurry enough, or you have good points, or whatever the case is. Commentary is a perfect name. Um, Friend of the show, Badwick, who does wall smashes, coined that phrase. Coined that phrase, or he makes his background. But in any case, so like Mitch, Matt, um, Core, Beavers, they've done shows where they've done hot topic stuff like Jessica Pizzle stuff, or like jar stuff, or slug stuff, or like anything that you kind of heard from small commentary. They covered it. They even covered the Keem stuff. I don't know if they're still around, but I wouldn't be surprised if they covered the Laguna Call with Keem. So I say that because Mitch also has done shows. He done shows by himself. He's natural, though he does have people to come on as a co-host and whatnot. Um, let me just okay, cool. Let me just double check. Okay, is that a coincidental thing? That's my question. I don't know. But with Mitch was someone that what Mitch was someone that I took to think that he had the capability of going to the big time. I figured he could do a show. Now I don't know if he's working, but if he's not working, or are they still a show? I have not heard anything about them in a long while. I don't think they're a thing because why would Mitch do try to go? Why would Mitch try to want to work? Why would he want to work with Keem if he is not recording in his own show? You know what I mean? But I digress. So like one of the clips I saw was like Billy asked if you was hosting a Lolcow RC, how would you start the conversation? Mitch was like, I would just say, "Oh hi, how you doing? How was your weekend?" Billy was like, That's a horrible way to start a conversation." Mitch got mad and was like, "What are you talking about? Either people tell me I'm too crazy or too meek. I can never win. What gives?" And I can see where Billy is going with it. When you are out here saying, "Oh, how was your day today?" you really you are not allowing yourself to have a free flowing conversation. Like if I was to say to, let's say, RBF, "Hi RBF, how was your weekend?" RBF could say, "Oh, it was good." Oh, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's good." That's the end of that interaction. You have to come up with other shit to like do. So so instead of you doing the whole one way street of conversations, like either A, do icebreakers, B, do interesting conversation starters, or C, just get into your bit. Just get into your bit. David Joffrey was saying something about Benny, Steve Irwin's daughter. Some weird shit happened with Benny, like, and Joffrey was like giving good advice, like saying that, "Oh, you should get really weird with the other co-host," which his name escapes me. I think Rez is his name is. And he was like, "Yeah, you used to ask him really fucked up questions about would you fuck Benny, whatever the case is," and then like that's a conversation starter. And then like Mitch, and then Mitch was, and then I don't want to take Mitch out of context. One second, let me see something. Okay, wait one second, please. Try and find the clips. Let's. Oh, nice. One second, I'm gonna. 7:38. Ooh. Wait a second. Let me see if I could. Okay, one second. Look at this guy. Going to clean the shed. Why is he so upset? Oh, great. God bless.
That quite honestly, like we're like the young old people.
Yeah. But we got real lucky. I mean, we got to be look at this
You're
guy.
Going to clean the shed.
That guy's always. Why is he so upset? He always wins all the polls.
Shophouse?
He doesn't like getting dogpiled.
Hey, SSO Michelangelo, I really want you to.
So that's the first clip where Mitch was trying to clean the shed, and he says, "I'm gonna go clean the shed," and he just dipped the fuck off. But here's the next one.
No one cares.
That's so
You're
boring.
losing your moderator power, dude. Everyone cares about factual fucking. I don't know how to remove your moderation. You're keeping it. Everybody cares about WCW history when they bring it up as a fucking talking point on Lolcow Rewind, okay?
But if all you
Mr.
guys do is
Smarto,
talk about
I
who
can't-
deserves
I
the
have to be
show
quiet
again,
when Billy's talking. I can't just talk over Billy. That's not a good strategy.
all right, well,
Why?
pretend it's a topic. So what kind of topic would come up on Aussie? Why don't you guys debate that versus like who deserves
Well, I would
the
say
show?
Australian topics, but there's no viewers that are Australian, so they wouldn't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But
That's
I could
not
bring
true.
plenty of those.
Crocodile Dundee and
That
Yahoo
is,
Serious.
that's a 40-year-old topic. That is so
Yahoo
outdated.
Serious?
That is so
One of-
outdated. The
Bindi.
Australian
What
IRS
about
already got him
Bindi?
for tax
What about
evasion.
fucking Bindi?
First
She's a
off,
hot
one of
number.
the most prominent Aussie chatters is someone called Anxious Aussie. All right, there is
Bindi's
Australians
so
that
old,
watch the
she's
show.
pregnant with her own kid, and she's about to make Steve a posthumous grand. The other night, and you said you weren't. You're like fucking.
You called Grim. You called Grim Mexican. That's where you fucked up. Look, you only have these like shock bits, like you do. Like the best paid appearance you did was when you shaved your
Rastov
head.
doesn't do that, and someone needs to do it. Someone needs to be
No,
able to do
they
it.
don't. Like,
Yes,
how
they
much?
do.
How much
Someone
hair
needs
can you
to
shave?
be the contrast to Rastov. They can't just come in and be another Rastov like you would be. Someone needs to come in and challenge him, and kind of like the previous host did, but not to the extent that he gets fired for it. There
Look,
needs to be that balance, and I can be
Me
that
and
balance.
Rastov are two nice guys, but the thing is,
Exactly. You're
Rastov is
both
very
nice.
vanilla.
You can't
Rastov's
have two
vanilla.
nice guys. It just becomes a
I'm not
fucking
vanilla.
Kumbaya podcast.
Well, that's the point. Whenever I'm on with Rastov, I push him into the weirdest directions that he can think of, right? I get him talking about sex. I get him talking about breaking women's hearts.
Ooh.
I get him talking about like some
Sex?
emotional
Oh my
shit.
god. Oh my stars.
That's
Sex.
because-
Oh guys, he's gonna fucking
All
talk
I'm-
about sex.
all I'm saying
Nobody else above the age of 15
is that
talk about
when you
sex.
talk, okay, what do you talk to Rastov about? What is the engaging part of you that is not like, look at me, be an idiot?
I just fucking gel with him, man. We bounce off each other good, and the chat agrees.
Okay. This is
That's
Lolcow
the most
Aussie.
common
Tomorrow's
comment.
So, a good bit. So the other gentleman was like, the thing is that the other gentleman was like, oh, I talk about sex and breaking hearts and whatnot. And then fucking Mitch is like being such an asshole, be like, oh, you talk about sex, oh, hee. It's a fucking topic. It's a topic everyone can relate to. That you don't need to be Australian, European, American. It relates to every person. It's something to get the blood flowing. It's get people engaged and whatnot. And look, Mitch has been known to like do some weird shit. Like he tattooed. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he tattooed the Sonic True medallion on his head, on his person. I think he shaved his head, or something along that line. Like he's done some really kooky stuff. Restov is really prude, so it's funny though. Restov. Yeah, so you gotta poke at that. You gotta lovely poke at the prudeness, but not too much that way it destroys the sensibilities. Making Rastov uncomfortable is like the Rastov sting. There you go. You gotta do all that, right? Sonic with boobs. There you go. That's what it was. I think he did a donation goal and he wanted to do Sonic with boobs. So the final one is this.
Chat agrees.
Okay. This is
That's
Lolcow
the most
Aussie.
common
Tomorrow's
comment I find
episode.
in all the posts.
Tomorrow's
That we
episode of Lolcow Aussie Shockmouths. What is the very first conversation you and Rastov have?
Hey man, how you doing? You had a good day? Yeah, you had a good day. Yeah, good. That's how you start a conversation.
No, that's
Or
how
you
you
would come
start
in-
a fucking
See, this is the
bullshit
thing.
conversation. What are you talking about?
Thing. I can never win in these arguments. I do one thing and you go, no, you should be doing the other thing. And then when I am doing the other thing, you're like, no, you should be doing the other thing. It's either I talk too much or I talk too little.
No.
It's I'm too boring or I'm too insane.
There was no substance to what you just said. What's some substance you could say to him tomorrow? What's the substance you would have in a conversation?
Okay. First of all, I'm going to bring up the fact that it's fucking bullshit that I've tried out so many fucking times.
That quite honestly, like, we're like the young old people.
I fucked up. Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Chad agrees.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to bring up the fact that it's fucking bullshit that I've tried out so many fucking times.
By the way, Mitch, just because you tried out many times over, does not mean anything. If they liked you, they would have kept you. Okay, but they're trying to put you through the ringer. Number one, number two, and more importantly, you couldn't answer Billy's question. What is something that could be engaging instead of fucking saying, "Oh, hi, how you doing?" Which again, it's something that we all do in life. Everyone does that shit. But again, if this is about engagement and making the people enjoy shit, right? Then what you should do is not worry about the pleasantries. Just do it. Just go in and have fun. Right? Just go in and with the topic at hand and just go off, King. Because again, Mitch has done this many times over. He's not a novice. He is not someone that came off the street. He's not wet behind the ears. He's not a rookie. The motherfucker has been through all types of nonsense on his primary channel, and he's been there through now recording. So the fact he's acting like he doesn't know how to be engaging is weird. He's better than this. I know he's better than this. I've seen him do good work. I've seen him pull off amazing things in this content and when now recording. I don't understand why this is so hard. And so instead of trying to prove that you are the baddest Australian person ever, you want to go in and then you want to complain about how no one gives you time of day, or that no one is recognizing how great you are because of how many times you tried out. People are like, again, I when I was watching the main thing, I think even Billy was like, Xylee's pulling for you. Xylee wants you to win this. Xylee thing, like, and Xylee knows Mitch through the commentary days. I mean, so
times compared to anyone else. No, I'm going to be fair here. No one else has really had a chance. I've just been giving so much airtime. I think he should be. If they've been putting so much emphasis on they need to have a broad view, but I keep just getting drawn back because they keep wanting me back.
Well,
that alone puts me in the lead.
They're not going to pick a co-host until the 1st of May, right? So you got to keep getting drawn back, right?
Chad agrees.
Okay.
yeah, he was so bitchy. Yeah, I was surprised too. Let me see. So those were a couple of clips. Let me go here. Ooh. One second. That's crazy. So let me see if I could get to the other thing. No. Yeah.
To who's the better host
And
for
Cooter,
Aussie?
and by the way,
Yeah.
Cooter Flap, I mean Tech Protect, you haven't said a goddamn thing in the last 15, 20 minutes. You're losing, dude.
Look, I'm not complaining, dog. I have all the energy to fucking do these shows. I have all the bandwidth to like see everything happening in the universe and know all the references and know all the people. I interact with the chatters, and I'm not going to be here like, how could I even prepare for my own show? Dog, I prepared for 2 separate live streams already, and I'm willing to take on a third. Every day.
Fuck
2
off.
separate
You are
live
such a
streams?
yes man.
What are
You
the
are
2 live
such a
streams
yes
you
man.
prepare
Yes,
for?
sir. I'll say whatever you want,
I
sir.
manage
Yes,
I manage
sir.
Jaffe personally, right? I'm not a host on here. I'm not a host on Madhouse.
Oh.
I do his personal stuff, and I do the stuff here on Madhouse.
Oh, I
right?
didn't know that. Good job.
I have all the bandwidth and not a single complaint, dude. I've had a crazy array of jobs.
I
in
thought
my
your
life. This has been the
ex-girlfriend's
best.
mom did a live stream, and you were in charge of that too.
It's just her chemo drip is what it is.
He's
It's
trying to
fucking great.
cure her cancer
You
with
should play it.
Legos and straws. It's a fucking compelling show.
That movie's coming around. If Keemstar gives me $700, then I'll make that Lego movie.
Interesting.
The chemo drip. Look, dog, I supported you. We had a conversation. I was like, I think you could do well. You just got to change out how you fucking interact with the community. You got to be more like upfront about if you're complaining, complain. If you're not going to complain, don't fucking complain. Come off as like more genuine. But all this just feels.
What do you mean how much more genuine can you get when
Don't say
voice my
shit like.
concerns about burnout? If I was ungenuine, I'd fucking hold that shit to myself.
Okay, if you're voicing concerns about burnout, but you're like, well, because I genuinely think I might burn out. But then you're also in the same breath saying, no, I could do it. I can manage it. I'm not saying I can't do it, guys. I'm just thinking about what if I can't. It's fucking cringe. It's baby Billy time.
What the fuck? Baby Billy's a G.
Look, I think me and Restoff do well. The money shows we do well, right? And I feel like I bounce off of him more. And not because he's fat, and not because we're both fat, but we bounce
All
off
right,
each other
I'm going to
better.
bring up a poll right now. I'm ending the poll. Can Billy take a shot for Xylee? People said yes. I think I did. I can't remember. Did I? I can't fucking remember. Good luck with that shit, bitches. Start a poll.
Oh shit! I fucked up. I think I fucked up.
Practically already am the co-host of Lolcow.
I've been on
Aussie
Aussie.
so much.
I've been on
I am
Aussie
constantly
28
winning the
times.
polls from the silent majority.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was another thing that Mitch did. Mitch was like, I've been on Aussie more times than the other guy. But like he counted. I've been there 28 times. So it's like, great. You guys have been on the show more times than anything else. And I think it's like one of the chatters was saying, yeah, he's so bitchy. And I think and then Atov was saying, yeah, Keem will immediately hire people he likes. He's so bitchy. I like Tech Protect. Hey, Huggy, we can't see the screen. Yeah, sorry, I'm sorry. Here you go. Let me just make this go bigger.
I don't let what people say in the chat fucking upset me or make me quit. I still show up. I jump in immediately when I'm called on upon to do that. He's not even Australian. Not that, again, I don't think that really matters on this show.
I am
don't know
from
why
down
you call it
south,
that.
okay? I'm Mexican. That's like land-based Australian.
Don't bullshit me. I called you that the other night and you said you weren't. You're like fucking.
You called Grim Mexican. That's where you fucked up. Look, you only have these like shock bits like you do. Like the best paid appearance you did was when you shaved your
Rastov
head.
doesn't do that, and someone needs to do it. Someone needs to be
No,
able to do
they
it.
don't. Like
Yes,
how
they
much
do.
how much
Someone
hair
needs
can you
to
shave?
be the contrast to Rastov. They can't just come in and be another Rastov like you would be. Someone needs to come in and challenge him, and kind of like the previous host did, but not to the extent that he gets fired for it. There needs to be that balance, and I can be
me and Rastov are two nice guys, but the thing is,
exactly.
Rastov is very vanilla.
You can't
Rastov's
have two
vanilla.
nice guys. It just becomes
I'm
a
not vanilla.
Kumbaya podcast.
Well, that's the point. Whenever I'm on with Rastov, I push him into the weirdest directions that he can think of. Right? I get him talking about sex. I get him talking about breaking women's hearts. I get him talking about like some emotional shit.
Oh my stars, sex! Oh guys, he's gonna fucking talk about sex.
All I'm saying,
nobody else above the age of 15
is that when you talk. Okay, what do you talk to Rastov about? What is the engaging part of you that is not like, look at me, be an idiot?
I just fucking gel with him, man. We bounce off each other good, and the chat agrees.
Okay. This is Lolcow Aussie. Tomorrow's episode. Of Lolcow Aussie Shockmouths. What is the very first conversation you and Rastov have?
Hey man, how you doing? You had a good day? Yeah, you had a good day. Yeah, good.
By the way, I listened to that again, right? He's that conversation. He's that conversation. Not how you greet the person. I didn't catch that till now. So, but he's like, how are you doing? What's the topic? What's the thing on hand? I don't think Mitch saw that stuff.
But that's how you start a conversation.
No, that's how you start a fucking bullshit conversation. What do you talk about?
Thing. I can never win in these arguments. I do one thing and you go, no, you should be doing the other thing. And then when I am doing the other thing, you're like, no, you should be doing the other thing. It's either I talk too much or I talk too little.
No.
It's I'm too boring or I'm too insane.
There was no substance to what you just said. What's some substance you could say to him tomorrow? What's the substance you would have in a conversation?
Okay. First of all, I'm going to bring up the fact that it's fucking bullshit that I've tried out so many fucking times compared to anyone else. No, I'm going to be fair here. No one else has really had a chance. I've just been giving so much airtime. I think he should be, if they've been putting so much emphasis on they need to have a broad view, but I keep just getting drawn back because they keep wanting me back.
Well,
that alone puts me in the lead.
They're not going to pick a co-host until the 1st of May, right? So you got to keep getting drawn back, right?
That's fine. I don't mind calling in all the time. It's just fuck. Make up your goddamn mind. Like
what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen after May when you have to call in every single day because it's your job?
What do you mean? What's gonna happen? I'm gonna call.
You're complaining about having to call in all the time now when you've only called in. Like
I'm not complaining about it.
Well, you're saying, "Holy shit! I'm already calling in so much. What the fuck else am I supposed to say?"
May I? I know.
I have fucking already tried out so much, but it's like you guys are pretending I haven't had my tryout yet when I have several times.
Well, the thing is, we want more from you, so this is where we get more, right?
Billy,
I'm giving you more.
Something?
Please, Jaffe, you're the king of comedy.
I have a headache.
You're Bernie.
Oh my god.
You're Bernie Mac, dude.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking of Jerry Lewis and.
Wait, hold on.
Oh my god,
yeah.
Bitch, I wish I was young enough to.
I enjoy Xylee. In the middle of trying to figure out who should be the co-host of Aussie, this one is saying, it just sounds like, I'm tired. I need to go to bed. Like you didn't drink a whole lot of liquor and eating cake. And you're hearing fucking Billy scream, Joffrey scream. That's not going to, that's not going to contribute to your headache, of course. So and I'm not trying to pick on Sally. It's just mad random that came out.
Back in high school, god damn, take me away from this fucking age, bro.
Back in your slut era.
But here's what I want.
I wasn't a slut then. I was a full-grown adult when I had my. Okay, thank you.
Please let Jaffe
I would
finish.
like to. No. I just want to offer that a lot of times when I come into a lot of these conversations, it is very much like hearing people tell you how entertaining and good they are versus just doing the work. So I think that's a great opportunity when you bring up, okay, let's pretend it's tomorrow. Like put them in some scenarios. Like, what are you going to talk to Rastov about? Right. I mean, my guess is that whoever has the role would have spent some time before the show looking for 10 or 15 topics that might be genuinely compelling to the audience.
Which, like I said, like if you listen to it, it's good criticism. More than anything, it's like they are trying to help Mitch get this job more so than the other dude on the bottom right corner. Like this dude is like he's not even trying to fight for his position. Like the part before that I messed up and it went into reverse.
I saw the video. He did hit Ricard. Shit.
Where he was like, I my bandwidth is so much that I could do this, and this. I have a bandwidth for 3 more for another live stream, and I'm like,
huh?
Oh, okay, so that's kind of like your retort of everyone trying to get this job.
And you should have those pre-rolled already, or you should be quick on your feet in order to do one. Like for me, if I'm Smashhead, here's what I'm doing, right? I'm going, Rastov, I talked to this fucking idiot last night on the goddamn show, and he thinks I should leave my fucking fiance for Bindi. Is Bindi hot or not hot? Would you fuck Bindi, no. Rastov? Now that would make him uncomfortable, and that would take you somewhere versus how was your weekend? I'm shutting up now, I'm mute myself.
I got topics planned. I'm gonna go with the C-Wag drama with Rastov.
Do one then.
Well, here's the other thing. How are you supposed to plan for topics when you got to be constantly calling into other shows and being in the Discord voice chat all the time?
Because I work hard. Idiot.
No, it's easy to wait. Okay, wait a minute, Mitch. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. You done fucked me up by doing that.
Uh-oh.
It's literally silent.
So wait, Mix, you could come up with topics while you are perusing Twitter. You could look through, like Zealous about to say, you could go on Discord, see what else what drama's brewing. You could come up with topics. It doesn't have to be 15 to 20. It could be within conversations. You could just put it in your brain, put a pin on it, and then pull the thread on it bit by bit. That's how I do myself. Like when I come home from work, I'm thinking about things to talk about and see where it goes from there. Like I'm more of a improv skeleton type of person. Maybe content, maybe videos, and more videos are more structured. And also interviews with people like Sin, which everyone fucking loves Sin on there. Which, by the way, please tell Sin happy birthday tomorrow. It's her birthday tomorrow, so be nice to her, give her all the love and stuff. But let's continue.
Wait.
This is exactly what I would bring to Aussie, except it'd be Rastov.
Okay, but wait a minute. How do you do what while you're doing what and what? Repeat that statement again?
How do you plan for a show when you're having to be on other shows at the same time? How do you do that?
You can't multitask?
Smash butts don't want to.
You can't
give it your full commitment if you're spreading yourself out.
Okay, wait a minute. You come from the fucking commentary community.
I'm just being honest. I'm not like one of these yes men that just say whatever the fuck they think you want to hear.
And I'm being honest too because I do it every fucking day. I sit in a goddamn VC talking to people with in like the Rewind VC, which by the way, we got a main chat now. Let's go. Yay. All right. I'll sit in the fucking Rewind VC and I'm sitting here watching fucking everybody else's fucking streams, knowing what I'm going to talk about at 10 o'clock that night. At the same time. I'm holding conversations and watching these videos at the same fucking time. Or I'm holding these conversations. No.
Some sort of ADHD?
I am ADHD. Okay,
there you go.
But it doesn't fucking matter though. You can multitask. You can sit there and look up articles or look up whatever you need to look up for fucking Aussie because they don't do what we do, right? You can do that while you're talking to other people.
And do you have a real job?
Or you can set hours ahead and say, listen, from this time, I'm going to look up subjects, this, that, and the other. And from this time, I'm going to be in the Discord. Or I'm going to call in this show or whatever.
If you don't want me, get somebody else. Stop trying to make me soming that I'm not.
Here's the thing.
Nobody's trying to make me.
Bro, well, they're just asking you to just, like, keep things in mind. Like, put a little bit more effort in trying to find topics.
It's called,
topics are not going to come out themselves. It's rare for people to find stuff to talk about all willy-nilly. You have to, like, dig. You have to look into stuff. You have to, like, ask questions. You have to talk with people, talking with your cohorts, talking with the chat can lead to something that you never know you want to do. Look at me. Look at Victor Burns. Victor Burns came out of the woodwork and gave me something about Lynx and Triton. That sparked a thing where I had a 3-hour conversation with Lynx and Victor about the whole interview with Lynx and Triton. It's rare to have that stuff, so you have to have something to want to talk about. So that means you gotta go on Twitter. You have to multitask. You can't that's what they're trying to. I didn't think that they're trying to say.
No,
she wants you.
Mitch,
She's the one fighting for you. It's wild that you're losing her.
I'm literally fighting for you, Mitch. No, it's not trying to make you into something you're not. It's trying to hone in on it can be done. It's literally a job. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to portray to you. It's literally a job.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, so it can be done. You don't have to spend all your time in the fucking Discord. I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying hey, this is the other fucking thing. I say one thing and people take it to the extreme. I don't ever want to call into the other shows or the Discord.
It's not the extreme. You're saying how do you do it? You're saying how do you do it? I literally do 2 live streams a week.
Hold on. Let him finish what he was saying because you did cut him off in the middle of him saying what he was saying. Hold on, give me a second. Go ahead, Mitch. Finish what you were saying.
All I was saying is whenever I say something, everyone in the chat, they take it to one extreme. When I didn't say I never want to call into other shows and I never want to call into Discords. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I can't do the other extreme and be doing it 24/7.
Right.
There's other shit that I need to do.
No, I totally get that. So that's where you got to come into mind going, you'll get into a routine that, okay, from this time to this time.
That's the thing. I'm a guy of routine. I need routine. I can't be on the fly trying to make shit up as I go. I need to okay, from this hour to this hour, I'm doing this. Then I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this. I can't be like,
and that's what I was trying to get to you. Thank you for the grifted. That's what I was trying to get with you, as in you can make a routine out of it, so you do get to know the other people. You do need, because everybody is set to a set time, so you know when these shows are going. So you're like, it's Tuesday. You know what? Buff Weave came by our show and said something. I'm going to go up on his show and talk to him for a second. I have the time to do that. Let me go do that today. You know what I mean? You can get a routine into doing this. You just have to set yourself up a routine. You know what I mean?
Even with the interactions you have on other people's shows, you can bring into your show and make it content there too. Like I said, this Lolcow network can create content just by interacting with it. So not only do you have research outside of the network, you can also have a research. You can have something within the network, just about people saying something funny about you, poking at you, or you poking at them. It's possible. You could make content, topics, however you want. It's a very unique position to be in, where a network of shows can help or can facilitate content and topics. And you could feed yourself, figuratively speaking, for a good while, maybe a day, a stream or 2, or maybe 3 streams, or maybe even for a month or so. So this whole thing about Mitch thinking that, I can't be online or 24 hours a day for content and do this show. No, if you're good at this, you could figure out your own way of getting the content you need for your show.
You can do it. That was my whole point. You can get a routine. Okay.
The other difficult thing is the time zones, because
you should want to do it. It's not. It's not work. It's a joy when you can jump and do what you love to do.
Shut up. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying I wouldn't enjoy it. You're putting words in my mouth again.
Exactly what you said. How am I supposed to?
And fucking 24/7 just is out of the. I can't do it 24/7. I will lose my goddamn mind.
Here's the thing. Imagine if you had a talent.
I'm doing what?
Imagine if you had a talent.
I did not say I would not enjoy it, or I would not.
Imagine if you had a talent. Imagine if you believed.
Hi, Ray. What's up, buddy? I missed you. You want to come on and talk about this craziness for a little bit? I have the green thing, chap. Can Huggy not see me, or he doesn't recognize my name? Wait. I feel discriminating. I was watching Sherry. Shut up. Just shut up, goddammit. Okay, I'm sorry. I miss you. Please. Forgive me, for I have sinned. I'm sorry. And Nancy, let me read her thing.
Not crazy.
What are you, a Lolcow Live Page channel now? No. I'm just talking about Mitch. I got stuff about Mitch. I like Mitch. I want Mitch to grow. This is not a hate channel. I'll just do what I do, buddy. What are you gonna do?
Sometimes the pieces have the VIN number on it too.
Yeah, like I said, you're more than welcome to come on if you want for maybe a minute or two. Hell, you can even talk about you can even plug your shit or while you're here. You're cool if you want. The link is over there if you want. I just got a new Discord today. I will let you cook. I came back and started covering the Becky stuff again. I talked about Lynx and Keem's Crush the combo today.
Well,
I don't have an 8-inch monitor. Ma'am, I don't have an 8-inch monitor. I'm just watching this. I was watching this. I didn't realize because when I do when I interviewed Sin, it was when I interviewed Sin, I couldn't get the video and the thing up, so that's what happened. Also, if you have a Discord, send me. If you have a Discord, I would like to be a part of the Discord race. Okay. And I will. Let's catch up. Let's catch up. Let's have brunch, or whatever it is Discord wise. Let's see what it is.
God saved you.
Ray is a good person. I like her. She is a shit talker by every stretch of the imagination. If I was to have a Lolcow, if I was to have a Huggy Show network, I would have her be one of the fucking shit talkers in my crew. Like if I could, I would have Sin be like the co-host for gaming, makeup, whatever the case is. Ray could be like everything else. Like she could like we could be like Opie and Anthony, while I'm Opie, the laid back dude, and she could be Anthony, which is the fire starter. She's great. What was it?
The Jeep Cherokee. Romano's car.
What's my Discord again? It's on the wait. You asking for my Discord name, or you asking for my Discord? Because if you just click on that, you could just come back to the. If you delete your Discord, just click on that link. It'll take you to me, but you could leave, and you could be added back. Well, that's you. Thank you, Kia. Yeah. Yeah. Lynx was tweaking out. Lynx was tweaking out. What the fuck is a Discord? Tyler, I really hope you're not trolling me, my guy. Please. When's the Discord again? Yes. Let's continue. Yay. By the way, I love Becky. Becky's one of my favorite people ever. Go, Becky, go.
What magic you have to bring my team? Can you teach me that magic? I'm magic.
1 second.
Like that.
Okay.
In yourself. Imagine if you wanted to do something so much that you'd shave a stripe down the middle of your head for something. And then imagine if you just applied yourself to a situation where you got to know the people you were working for and working with a little more and got to know what they wanted so you could work within the meta. You could then groove with them and everything would be a little easier, right? Like I feel like things would be a little easier for you if you just understood maybe a little more. I feel like you're fighting a battle that is not hard to win. It's like 24/7.
I'm the only one that's fighting a battle, though.
I don't know why. Like most of the people here like you. Most Xylee fucking loves you. Most of the audience loves you. Like, tons of people love you. Rastov loves you. Rastov was in my DMs like, dude, leave him alone.
Then why are we arguing, motherfucker?
Because Keem wanted this. Keem came up here and he wanted you and Protect to argue about who should be on
because
Aussie. That's why you're here.
No one's fucking arguing. You guys are, first of all, Billy, Xylee, and Dave are fucking giving Mitch shit or pressing him on shit, and Mitch is like getting flustered, and he shouldn't be getting flustered by the other three. He should have been Tech. I think his name is Tech, but I the fucking names run through. He should be getting bullied by the other person that was the host job. Not fucking Billy, fucking Xylee, and David. Stretch Bunny doesn't jump on it. But like, fight, Mitch. If you want it, fight for it. Get mean. Be like Mad Max, the first Mad Max, not the Thunderdome one, but the original one, where Max is actually a cop. It's weird. If you actually watch the very first Mad Max movie, I think it's called Mad Max. I'll look it up while you guys listen to this. But yeah, be that.
It isn't yours, right? You're not the one. You got to work for this. That's why we're arguing.
I have been working for this,
but
Mitch,
you're not the
you're
one.
up here because Keem specifically asked for you to be up here.
You got mad little brother. You got mad little brother energy right now. You think just because you were the little one that people are going to let you?
Don't tell me that I'm not committed.
No. It doesn't matter if you're committed or not. Everybody here is committed. Not everybody here gets to eat at the table.
Second to the last.
Yeah, nobody said you weren't committed. Nobody said that.
It comes off as complaining when you say stuff like, "How am I supposed to be in the Discord and go into shows and do my own stream?" But like every other person in this call does all that.
I never said my own stream. You mean Aussie, right? Because I never said my own.
If you had Aussie, yeah. What I'm saying is like no one else complaining, right? Jaffe's in the Discord all the time.
Never
literally
my own.
One of the most active. I know. Xylee's one of the most active people in the Discord, right? And I know Xylee knows I'm in the fucking main chat all the time, and I'm willing to hop into any fucking show that like wants me there, right? It's achievable, and you shouldn't be asking questions like, "How could I even do it? How is it possible?" It's not that you're saying you're complaining, but it comes off that way. It comes off as like it's too hard, it's too tough, and it makes you look bad. Even if I was giving you advice, stop asking and just do the thing.
My thing is, I do worry about burnout in the future. How do you combat that?
You just push through. Honestly, the schedule makes you fucking tougher, dude. Xylee worried about burnout day 2.
And I don't mean to sound
Billy, I mean, you can ask Billy. You can ask Billy.
I don't mean to sound complaining. I'm just an open and honest person. I don't hide things. I'm not this, oh, yes, I could very easily just go, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, and just hide it. And then, but what'll happen is it'll eventually just boil over and come out, and you'll be like, whoa, where the fuck was that from?
Yeah. Well, you can ask Billy. You can ask Billy. I almost got burnt out at one point where I almost quit. I almost got so burnt out. I did. I was that close to fucking quitting. But then I was like, no, I'm going to fucking push through it.
And Billy I grabbed her by her fucking throat and I said, look, bitch, if you quit now, I'll fucking kill you. I'll fucking kill you. And she said, get your hand off my fucking throat. I'll call the police. And I said, your phone's in the lake, bitch. You're not leaving fat camp alive.
Well, it was like way before fat camp. This was
That's the most romantic night she's had since 1989.
Billy, I think I want to quit too.
Hey, God damn it, buddy. Jesus.
No. It's only a lot when you think about it, you know? To be honest, it gives so much back. It gives so much back, and you realize that for 2 hours a day, you're talking to a really fucking giving group of people. Aussie's 4 hours for right now.
For right now.
That's because
I just can't. I'm shutting up.
It's all right.
Jaffe's so confused about scheduling.
It's okay.
No, not that. Who just said it's 4 hours, right?
Yeah, Aussie's 4 hours right now.
I know that. I'm just like, this is such a gift. And you seem like you're just like, now what I will say though is
wait.
That might actually be better to go up against Rastov. There's a difference.
Don't put shit in my mouth.
I'm not. No, trust me.
You literally said it. Hold on. The other day, you literally said, I agreed to 2 hours. I didn't agree to 4 hours. They just put it on me. I don't know if I can do that. You literally are the one complaining about this on stream. And
there may be entertainment value in that, by the way. You're not interviewing somebody to share an office cubicle with. So you have to have that cognizance of the fact that this guy coming off is kind of ungrateful and a complainer, maybe exactly the perfect person to pair with Rastov's kind of, milk toastiness. It may be brilliant, but two things can be true at once. He can come off as a complainer, which he is. I'm not saying you are a complainer, but you're coming off that way. And you also may be the perfect host because that's an interesting conflict you guys can have.
It is actually.
You know.
All right, I apologize for calling you a boomer. I'm sorry.
Usually the same
Connor
age.
118 says, "Good old cooter flap." What does that mean?
Oh, you got to have Bunny do justice. She didn't do it justice, Billy. She'll have to show you sometime.
It's a cooter flap.
You Sussy says, "When did Keem hire Moses? That man is parting the sea on him's head. On him's head." I think that's your head, Shock Mouse. Is the sea? Because you got.
Oh, the cooter flap. Yeah.
Oh, is that the cooter flap?
No.
Oh,
it's a bit on Madhouse.
Bunny, what the fuck are you doing over there in Madhouse? But no, that's the whole reason why. Keem is watching right now, and he Tech Protect to argue to see who's the better host
and
for
Cooter,
Aussie.
and by the way, Cooter Flap, I mean Tech Protect, you haven't said a goddamn thing in the last 15, 20 minutes. You're losing, dude.
Look, I'm not complaining, dog. I have all the energy to fucking do these shows. I have all the bandwidth to like see everything happening in the universe and know all the references and know all the people. I interact with the chatters, and I'm not gonna be here like, how could I even prepare for my own show? Dog, I prepare for 2 separate live streams already, and I'm willing to take on a 3rd. Every day.
2 separate
You are
live
such a
streams?
yes man.
What are
You
the
are
2 live
such a
streams
yes
you
man.
prepare
Yes,
for?
sir, I'll say whatever you want.
I manage Jaffe personally, right? I'm not a host on here. I'm not a host on Madhouse. I do his personal stuff, and I do the stuff here on Madhouse.
Oh, I
right?
didn't know that. Good job.
I have all the bandwidth and not a single complaint, dude. I've had a crazy array of jobs.
I thought your ex-girlfriend's mom did a live stream, and you were in charge of that too.
It's just her chemo drip is what it is.
He's trying to cure her cancer with Legos and straws. It's a fucking compelling show.
That movie's coming around. If Keemstar gives me $700, then I'll make that Lego movie.
Interesting.
The chemo drip. Look, dog, I supported you. We had a conversation. I was like, I think you could do well. You just got to change out how you fucking interact with the community. You got to be more like upfront about if you're complaining, complain. If you're not going to complain, don't fucking complain. Come off as like more genuine. But all this just feels.
How much more genuine can you get when
don't say shit like
about burnout? If I was ungenuine, I'd fucking hold that shit to myself.
Okay, if you're voicing concerns about burnout, but you're like, well, because I genuinely think I might burn out. But then you're also in the same breath saying, no, I could do it. I can manage it. I'm not saying I can't do it, guys. I'm just thinking about what if I can. It's fucking cringe. It's baby Billy time.
What the fuck? Baby Billy's a G.
Look, I think me and Restoff do well. The money shows we do well, right? And I feel like I bounce off of him more. Not because he's fat, and not because we're both fat, but we bounce
All
off.
right, I'm going to bring up a poll right now. I'm ending the poll. Can Billy take a shot for Xylee? People said yes. I think I did. I can't remember. Did I? I can't fucking remember. Good luck with that shit, bitches. Start a poll. Who should host?
Before you start this poll, I just want to point out, on Aussie, I've won every single fucking poll for a week.
Well, we're going to skip
Yeah,
tonight.
I'm not going to vote for you.
You won if you won every single poll, Mitch, why are you not part of Lolcow Aussie? Bro, like, you're not. Look. There are people in the I'll drive the. Okay. The big fat guy has his shirt off, which is already funny, but they cut off his screen. He should be bouncing like PPP eating ice cream sandwiches. I'm gonna tell Lolcow saying this with sing time. Who else can we get to join? ALML. Look, you won every poll, but you're not undeniable. You're not the golden child. You're just some random Aussie person that looks disheveled. That's all it is. Like the fact, it's like saying, for example, I'm playing basketball. I have a triple double, in every like I've been averaging a triple double every season. I mean every game, right? And it's like, okay, you're doing well, but you still have to finish the season. You can't just say, oh, well, I've been doing the majority of work. I'm great, so you guys should give me the MVP. No, you gotta finish the season. Because the moment you stop giving an F, you're just gonna let someone else to take your shine away from you. The fact that he just saying he just trying to inspect the football doesn't look good. Like people say in the chat, if Keem likes you, he'll hire you on the spot. I highly doubt Xylee had to start off Billy had to start off. Obviously, Boogie never had to start off. But they're putting you to the ringer, bro. Be better, do better.
Just because you said that. Why'd you say that?
Yeah, now I have to vote for fucking Shockmouths because he's won every poll. And now, is it Tech Protect or Tech Protects like the Mexicans?
You know who else won every poll last year? Kamala Harris.
Oh my God, that's racist. All right.
Okay, we don't talk politics over here. We don't talk politics.
Who should host Aussie? Ladies and gentlemen, answer the poll right now. Who should host Aussie?
Oh, you fucked that by putting yourself in there.
What?
That's not going to give us a real response.
I think it's only fair that I should throw my name in.
No, it's not.
Why not?
Because you're not going on fucking Aussie.
I think I should become the new Twiggy.
I
should be the new Twiggy.
I think you need to shut down that poll and actually do Doc Mouse or
Why? Why?
You do it. Do it or I.
Why?
Because I can do it. Okay.
No bullshit. Don't you fucking dare.
Why'd you put yourself on there?
Because now people have to make a choice. Do they want to be funny or do they want to be serious?
Billy, you're not trying to go on Aussie.
I want to be the new Twiggy.
Yes.
Why should people who want to take it seriously? I say, okay. What the fuck what the fuck does your opinion matter? Keemstar's making the decision anyways. You can take it seriously and ignore my vote. People who want to be silly, be silly.
Hello, Keemstar.
I've seen enough. I've made my decision.
Okay.
Shockmouth, you're pretty entertaining. I got to give it to you, especially when people are getting under your skin. But we already have a Karen. I don't know if 2 would work.
Damn. Oh, okay. I cannot believe that was said. I cannot believe Keem said that shit. We have enough Karens. Okay, wait 1 second. Watching basketball, watching the Knicks. Okay. That's gonna fix. Oh, you fucking. Okay, anyways. I mean, my decision, like. Again. The fact that Keem said that he will need another Karen, that must have hurt. That must hurt Mitch's PPs on that. That sucks.
On Aussie?
Yes, that's the show that we're talking.
Rastoff is a Karen?
Yeah.
The whole thing was about Aussie, buddy.
Yeah, I know the whole thing's about Aussie, but I was confused when you said we've got a Karen because I don't think of Rastoff as a Karen.
Oh, he's a big Karen.
Attack Protect. You're pretty good with Rastoff, and you guys do make good money, and you do ask interesting questions, but it's just a little too monotone for me. But after really thinking about this, congratulations, Billy the Fridge. You're the new host of Aussie.
Oi, 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 oi. I'm not going to let you down, Keem. It's been a very good time for me to be a host of Aussie. What do you mean horse shit? I've been living in Australia for 44 years of my life. I told myself when I was a little boy, a little toddler, playing rugby with me mates, eating tam-tams, being a happy little mate.
You sound like Christian Bale.
I don't know what he sounds like.
Christian Bale.
I'm a Christian male.
Oh.
Now, I'm sorry, was that a real thing or no?
Yeah, is that a real? Like,
obviously, we just now have to make Aussie give it a better time slot because there's no fucking way I'm staying up all night.
to be fair, Tech Protect did win that poll.
Yeah, but like I said, the poll was bullshit anyways.
Yeah, it wasn't a huge margin. If you give me Billy Fridge's vote, I fucking win.
Well, those that voted for Billy would have voted for me.
Look,
the audience knows. The chatters know.
I want you to know something.
They wouldn't.
The real winner of that poll was the audience, because now that I get to be the new Twiggy, I'm going to be way worse than Twiggy ever was. One thing that Rastov needs to know.
Be the new Twiggy. You got to get about 12 tubes of Ozempic and just fucking start mainlining that shit.
Why is it got to be about weight?
Because Twiggy, his name is Twiggy because he's a twig.
Yeah, but what he really
so if you're gonna be the new,
Jeffy, what he really did was hurt Rastov's feelings, and I think I can do that way better than he ever did.
That's hard.
Oh,
the wind blows wrong.
True.
Twiggy did something great, but I'm going to do something even better. I'm gonna let one of these two boys become a co-host of Aussie because I'm gonna make sure Rastov actually quits this time.
Miss Anthrope Man, whatever in the chat makes a good point. Shouldn't it be up to the Aussie viewers and not the Rewind viewers?
What do you mean?
Well, it's going to be on the Aussie show, so shouldn't the Aussie viewers have more of a say than the Rewind viewers?
Shit,
yeah, this poll wasn't real.
Okay, I'm going to be very honest with you.
It really boils down to what Keemstar wants.
That sounds like what I had said.
To be honest,
that sounds like what I had said.
Yeah,
that makes me feel like the poll I just put up was horseshit.
Yeah, he's in chat now. He said it's a joke. Host of Aussie announced May 1. That sounded like pretty positive coming from him that he was leaning towards me. He said tech was too monotone.
You know what he actually? Yep. I think what he actually said was that Billy the Fridge has a really nice fucking pair of tits.
I mean, we're all thinking that. I saw when you got up from the chair.
Thank you.
Why did, like, if you look at Mrs. Fridge, he looks so uncomfortable. He looks so pissed off. Like, I don't know if he knew it was a joke or not, but for the fact that he was called a Karen, it must have chopped his hide and stuff. Like, this is a dog and pony show. Like, you have to appease the owner of the network, and so you can't get into these little bullshit worker ant type of things. You gotta do something outrageous. You gotta be boisterous. You gotta be yelly. Like,
20 seconds later.
You have to be undeniable. Right here, Mitch ain't undeniable. Tech Patek is a fucking he's a fucking yes man. Like, he reminds me of the guy from Office Space where he worries about his stapler. Like, you need dynamics. You don't need fucking monotone Karen bullshit. Okay.
First thing I thought was, holy hell, looks like my ex.
Thank you.
They're angular.
You dated Becky?
I wish.
Do you know the story,
what was
Billy?
That? About the boopers?
About Shockmouth and Becky?
Dude, I told people the story.
Dude, I lived this story.
Yeah, Shockmouse told me originally, and I brought it back up. Before you were ever here, I heard the story. When Shockmouse was on Aussie months ago.
Yeah, grow up, Tech Protect.
Outrage, I did not say Aussie viewers don't exist. I said it should be up to the Aussie
Tech
viewers.
Protect, can I tell you something, Tech Protect?
It's the complete opposite of what you fucking
Tell me something.
There.
Tell me something, Billy.
Hey, Tech, before I tell you that, Shockmouse, can I tell you something? Can I tell you something, Shockmouse?
Yeah.
There are no Aussie viewers that are not Rewind viewers, okay? The Rewind viewership far outspans Aussie viewership. So if you're talking about Aussie viewers, you're talking about Rewind viewers. So right then and there.
Yes.
Right then and there. Right
there
then.
Are some.
There
are Rewind viewers that don't watch Aussie and they're voting in the poll. What I'm saying is, tune into Aussie tomorrow morning, vote in the poll there, because then we know that you're an actual viewer. That's the poll that should count.
Do you want to shoot yourself in the foot or fuck yourself in the
ass?
ass?
Don't squint your face at me because I'm making sense.
You're not making sense.
You are making sense, but I'm making.
Do you want to shoot yourself in the foot or F you in the ass, Billy, with the quips? I hope down the line I get to interview Billy. I really do. I like Billy. I like his mannerisms. He a cool customer.
Dollars out here, Shockmouth.
You're making whatever the Australian equivalent of cents is. And that is...
We have cents and dollars too.
Yeah. That is cents in Australian.
They're not worth as much.
I need you guys to know I have a Swiss Army knife. You know what the Australian equivalent of a Swiss Army knife is?
A knife?
It's a mud stick. Do you have a mud stick in your pocket, Shockmouths?
No, I have a permanent marker.
Will you take out your mud stick?
Hold it. I'm like Wolverine giving the finger.
If you're a real man, you would put your
mud also Australian.
Present your mud stick to me right now. Present your mud stick like a fucking man. Present your mud stick, Shockmouths. Tell me to my face that you'll do till death does us part. Tell me like a fucking man.
Till death do us part, Mr. Fridge.
All right. You can stay till tomorrow.
Can I go back to cleaning the shed now? Like, I was mid shit when I got the call to come in here.
All right, you can go. Here's the thing, though.
Okay, thank you.
Do you even want to be here?
Thank you for your time, everyone. I do love everyone. Like, I'm not this. Xylene can vouch for me here. I'm not usually like. I'm not like that.
Do you even want to be here? Do you even want to be here?
Of course I want to be here. I just said I came in mid shit.
God damn it, I love you.
I might have shit myself.
Why can't
right now.
why can't I quit you? Why can't I quit you, Shockmouths?
Because I'm irresistible.
Oh, what's that? Can't hear you. You're cutting out. Fuck.
He makes a perfect little brother.
I love these Madhouse Rewind fucking crossover episodes. They're pretty cool. Yeah. Bunny, what do you think? Are you not wearing clown makeup? Are you not wearing pants? Why is your camera not on?
Both of those are true.
Well, shit. Got you figured out, you what do you call it? Appalachian? You Appalachian clown lady?
Appalachian.
You Appalachian.
Oh my God, you're gonna let him get away with that, Bunny?
I can do whatever I like with her.
Billy.
You Appalachian pants shitter? You pants shitting clown?
There we go.
Appalachian sounds like the opposite of a Brazilian.
What?
Shut up.
Not cool.
Shut the fuck up.
Not cool.
I have decided tomorrow, tag the 10 doors, $10, and Bunny will just be mean to you. Not you, but anyone who calls in for 30 seconds. It's the highlight of my night when she does this shit. Because it
So 10 at least. Like maybe 8. I love Bunny. She's a gem. Oh, Jade, what's up, buddy? So that's basically the thing is that this is just a crazy rat race, just to see who is going to get Keem's. You are really vying for Keem's attention. I'm surprised Eric, like, there are people on these shows I'm surprised got the nod. Like Eric, I'm surprised he got the nod. Like, he got fired from Lolcow Nerds. And I think Glammy got fired. Yeah, Glammy got fired too, so it's just Zay and one Buff Weeb. Yet Eric still has his host role. And I still don't understand, if you still have a host role, does that mean you still get paid, or you just get to be in shows just for free like an intern? That is what I'm curious about. But I just wanted to just show, because like people have shown me these clips about Mitch, which also annoys me that they're calling him Shockmouth, but he's Mitch. He's known as Mitch in Now Recording, right? You're really seeing the channel name. It's weird.
You want to create a account? Why you create your account when you already had?
Lolcow Law gets vacated, the Lolcow Pope, and deletes. Lolcow Law would be fucking hilarious. But I think Nikki the Nose is getting I think Nikki the Nose is dealing with his court proceedings. Mr. I have so much cocaine in my house that my fucking young child rolled around in it like it was snow. And she tested 500 times the amount in her hair, type of thing. I'm surprised he isn't in jail. I'm surprised he isn't I'm surprised he hasn't lost. I don't know if he lost custody of the kids. I'm not sure if he did or didn't. He should lose custody because he's a kooky man. But yes, heck, if you're gonna do an Aussie stream, you should do a UK stream. Might as well get a UK viewers. The UK kids go hard in the paint. They did Lolcow Court and it was canceled after one episode. I don't know who was in Lolcow Court, but like I said, they need like actual lawyers in it. I've been trying to get Huggy to react to it because there was a disaster. They need the law. Is it still up? Let me see if it's still up.
It's fine. When you became MVP once.
Let me see.
You did it twice. But you're fine with this
Lolcow Court. Queens is still a thing. Michaela explaining the direct sentence. Okay, not really give a fuck about that. Let me see. Queen is still dealing with people thinking he's a Ethan Ralph Simp, or whatever the case is.
Discovery's accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
Okay. I think they actually deleted it off of the face of YouTube. Because I can't find it. But if there is an actual, like, copy of it, I will not mind looking at it. You see how bad it really is? Let's see, Metcalf, J Black. Okay.
Check out Hillside's diet at PetSmart. It's formulated for long, healthier lives. PetSmart. Anything for pets. Krispy Kreme McDonald's significa que tu dona favorita está más cerca. Krispy Kreme McDonald's entrega las frescas todos los días. Llévate un café mediano gratis al comprar un donut de Krispy Kreme solo en el app. Introducing the all-new Chevy Equinox, starting under $30,000.
Oh.
And the all-electric Equinox EV, America's most affordable EV with a 315-plus mile range, quality you expect, and a dealer right down the street. With Chevy, you get what you
Now, 1 second. Let me just.
Chevy LCs can get this Equinox LT for around $259 a month. Or if you
1 second. I had everything here. Okay. Oh.
2 seconds. You're gonna have to do that again.
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lolcow Court. We saved the stream. We got it going. All right. We got 922 people here right now. Just wait for a few more people to trickle.
1 second. Let me because I need to fix 1 second. I fucked up because I had fucking because I had her in the room. I had a guest in the waiting room and I didn't fucking see it. I'm sad. Hold on 1 second. Move it here. Go here. What are the 1 second? What are the permissions? Permissions. What are the permissions for people to come in? Let's see. If everyone chat is. Yeah, people cannot connect. I need to make. Oh wait, I think I know what to do. 1 second. Into window. Bots, Streamlabs, Nancy. Special. Oh here. Special guest. Special guest could look at the thing. Minutes. No, you can't see that. You can connect, speak, video. Your soundboard, save. While I'm doing this on the fly. And then I'm going to do this. 1 second. Wait, I have to go logged. 1 second. Let me join the thing. 1 second. I have to go to here. General check. Because, like, I don't like missing people in the thing. Here. Oh, yeah, roll. Special help, make you special guest. Special guest. Good. And then, just in case, I'll put Sin as a go away. Okay. Fine. Now, from now on... Wait. I'm special guest. You can come in whenever. No need to wait. Right here. Let me just do this here. Okay, good. Let me go here.
In before we start up court. You know, it's the first show. There's going to be technical difficulties. I just didn't realize that fucking everything would go wrong. I was scheduled to be a witness here, but I can no longer do that because I'm furious right now. So I'm gonna skip this court case, and I won't be testifying. But I believe Tina's testifying. Becky's on trial. There's a bunch of people rolling through, and maybe Boogie's testifying. Who knows? I might change my mind and actually come in and testify. Seeing as how I got the best seat in the house since I'm running the fucking stream. Yeah, W keeps in the chat. Hey, it's been a minute since I got a fucking W, especially off the Reddit. You motherfuckers hate me. Fuck you. Okay, I'm acting inappropriate. But that's because court hasn't started, and it will get real professional here very quickly. I see we got 1,100 people here. I think it's time to start this motherfucking stream. Guys, put likes in the stream. Once I see 300 likes, we can start court. 300 likes, motherfuckers. 300. Look at that. 5 gifted from Doja. We appreciate you. I know the court will love it. And they're
apologize. I blame Boogie's curse for it, but you know it is what it is. I take my L on this one. We do have Mr. Nate and Mr. Grimm here. Is it echoing still? No. We got Nate and Grimm here, and we got Becky Boop, obviously. So if y'all don't...
There was shit. There was an actual what that blood sports thing? I forgot what it was, but there was an actual show where someone treated this like a court thing, and the name escapes me. The channel was, or the show was wrapping around some lore around the person named Scooby331. But I like the fact that they put on like a wig. The gentleman put a wig and the thing, like he's in British court. So far it's not a cluster. You know what?
I don't know me. I'm Judge Ken. I'm presiding over the procedure here. Proceeding, sorry. And we're going to get it through it. Both these gentlemen are going to present their cases, bring in witnesses, interview them, cross-examination, all that good stuff. Show some evidence that they think they'll have, and then the 12 jurors will be able to vote and let me know what they think. So let's go and get this started. Mr. Nate, go ahead, sir. Introduce yourself to the court.
Yes, I'm Nate. I'm going to be prosecuting Becky today, and I will be nailing her to a cross and lighting it on fire in Minecraft.
Beautiful.
And I am the defense. I'm going to be defending Becky because she totally didn't do anything wrong, and don't hold me against that.
Beautiful. That's what we like to hear. Miss Becky, do you have any words for the court before we get started?
Everybody told me I should run while I had a chance, and I'm still here, so go easy on me.
Beautiful. All right, so we can go ahead and share a screen here. I'm going to go ahead and show everybody kind of the rules of court that we've kind of laid out to give everybody just a guideline to follow, so to speak. Let's go ahead and get this going. So, charges and plea. Charges will be formally presented to the court by the prosecutor, i.e. Mr. Nate. The judge will ask the defendant to enter a plea or not guilty at the start of the proceedings. Jury selection, which has already happened. There'll be 12 jurors that'll be here by the community. They will have no prior connections with one another. Obviously, that's kind of hard right now, but you know, it is what it is. We're going to move on with it. In the event of a 6-6 split, what I would like to do is either myself or Keemstar be the deciding vote. I would like to do a YouTube chat poll to see where the audience sits, just to kind of help decide what that split decision is. But obviously, if we get to that, we will, and we'll make it happen. And then the two judgments that'll be at the very end of court will either be the jury thinks you're beautiful or the jury can't. Right? That's kind of what we're going to go with. Witnesses and questioning. So each side has a maximum of 5 witnesses. You can only bring 5 witnesses to the table. Obviously, with 5 witnesses, there's going to be 5 questions from the presenting attorney, and then cross-examination will also be 5 questions. Trying to keep it uniform. Discovery and evidence rules. So I set that to where discovery had to happen by 12 p.m. the day prior to court. So today being Monday, discovery had to end by 12 p.m. Sunday. I was talking to these guys in chat, making sure it was all good. They had all their stuff in there, so that way they could look at each other's evidence and kind of, form arguments around it. There will be no evidence outside of discovery submitted, obviously, because you need time to go over the evidence to make sure it's all good. Last but not least, video evidence capped off at 2 minutes because we didn't want a bunch of dead air, the boring stuff and all that. We want just the meat and potatoes of what's actually going on. So that's why I did that. Obviously, opening and closing statements are going to happen at their particular point. And then if the defendant is found guilty or the party is found guilty, then I'll issue the punishment. Keemstar has all final say on punishments. So if I say something or issue something that he doesn't like, he has all right to come in here and change it, say I'm dumb, say I'm fucked up, and, kind of go about it from there. And then once the court date is set, if there's 2 parties involved, we only want them talking in main chat, kind of like the Becky and Link situation. We only want them talking in main. We don't want secrets back and forth and all this other things. But obviously the attorneys can do what they need to do and, say what they need to say to each other. Now, Mr. Nate, the charges, I'm going to go ahead and read those over real quick just to make sure we're all here on the same page. First one, can y'all still see it? Beautiful. Shaming and coercion of sexual orientation. That basically had to deal with, allegedly targeting an individual associated with Links and Tina through actions aimed at forcing a change in sexual orientation or behavior. I believe that was dealt more to Tina's son. Am I correct, sir? Beautiful. Fraudulent practice of supernatural abilities. Demonstrating a lack of understanding of the occult, acts of sabotage against Linkstar and Keemstar and Lolcow Court, apparently. And then last but not least, defamation of the Mafia Milkers. Now, I see here noted that you're looking to dismiss the second charge of fraudulent practice of supernatural abilities. Is that correct, sir?
They are going way too lawyery with this stuff. This is not Law and Order. This is not not even Ally McBeal. For those that are old enough to know that show, okay? It's just a bullshit court, internet court. Just keep it simple. What are the charges? Don't make it confusion for people. Like, off the bat, it's just like Keem has final say on it, but if that's the case, then why do you have the judge to begin with? The judge is the one to hand over punishments, if anything. So what? So you're judging, but it's really the person in the background that's doing it. Logistically, doesn't make any sense. Okay, fine. So far, it's very lawyery, very Law and Order type of thing. And for most people, they're going to lose the plot. So you gotta simplify it for people. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yes, Your Honor. We'd like to drop that charge.
What are the grounds?
Boogie did a stream a couple days ago where he absolutely faked having autism on every level and has zero credibility for anything. We can't use him. He's absolutely useless.
This is beautiful. All right, Mr. Grimm, do you have any objections to this? I assume not.
Definitely no objections. In fact, if you want to actually throw away the entire case, we could do that too. If you want to go for that, Nate, that'd be great. No. Don't waste our time. Okay.
Beautiful. Cool. So, fraudulent practice of supernatural abilities is dismissed. If the jury, please do not listen to any, don't listen or take into consider any testimony towards this charge, because obviously that charge is being dismissed. Now, before we get into this, obviously, I just want to address the jury really quick. There's 12 of you of the peers of Lolcow. You've been selected by Keemstar for this task. My ask is that you remain as unbiased as possible. Please come in here with a clean mind. Don't use past judgments to determine your decision when doing this. Please only go by the evidence brought to you by the court, testimony provided by witnesses, cross-examination done by the opposing attorney, and just listen to the statement of facts and evidence that's presented to you. That's my one ask to the jury. Cool. So, Mr. Nate, it is up to you, sir. Go ahead and call your first witness.
Openings.
Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we are here today to try Becky Boop of Lolcow Queens for her heinous crimes against our community. During today's trial, I will prove to you that she has violated many of the holy sanctions of the internet streaming world. Becky has used her co-host family members and loved ones as weapons to attack them. By doing this, she has broken one of the most sacred tenets of streamers: don't use loved ones or private information as weapons. Now, you may say, well, people do this to YouTube and elsewhere to gain clout, and yes, that does happen, but there's a difference. There are consequences to those actions for other people. Those people are buried in obscurity because of what they did. Becky, however, has gone unchecked. So what did Becky do? How does this even apply to her? Well, Becky got on Lolcow Queens, which already comes with an audience of thousands of live viewers, which, while fully knowing what she would say and do some of the most vile things you can do on the internet, all while wearing red lipstick, having oily skin, rotted teeth, and questionable hair extensions. Now, without eyebrows, she can... I'm sorry, you were saying?
Contempt of court or something? Can't something be done about this? Can't talk about it that way.
No, we can't do that. Mr. Grimm, do you have any objections to that opening statement?
No, I would like to actually correct the statement by saying it's a pig with lipstick, and then I would like to put that into proceedings.
I'm... Wait. Like, I understand you're trying to take the piss out of Becky. I totally understand that. But, like, it looks bad that the one being on trial has to call out for false stuff against it. You figure if you're going to play lawyer, if you're going to play a law court, it should be, at the very least, pretend you care about your client. But you should be like, no, I want a obstruction or something like that.
Oink. All right.
I do apologize. I apologize. Now, without eyebrows, she continues to be sore on the eyes, a brutal punishment to us honest folk of the Lolcow universe. Becky continues to run rampant because she belongs to Keemstar's network. Lolcow Queens was destined to be a success with thousands of viewers. She was immune from failure, and she knew it. But even Keem's loyal support and Lynx's help, Becky violated their trust and authority. Keemstar's only motive has been to support Becky. Lynx's aim has only been ever to help her. And has Becky ever shown gratitude for this? I think not. And the allegations against Becky show that Keem was told to shut up, was hung up on during Lolcow Queen many times. Lynx was privately and financially attacked, which caused her stress beyond belief. Becky comes into each Lolcow Queen stream and Godzilla crushes her way through dockets, screaming and crying when she doesn't get her way. The frank reality is that Becky Boop did not even earn the channel of Lolcow Queens or its thousands of loyal live viewers. She did not wake up every day and struggle to make it better. No, she walked in to this job spoiled and entitled and got it handed to her with Keem's full grace. And what has she done with this privilege? She has crapped all over it and those that wish to help her. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Beautiful. You have successfully went over the allotted time given to you. I appreciate you, sir. Mr. Grimm, continue, sir. Opening statements.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Lolcow Court, people of Lolcow Court, viewers of Lolcow Court. As you know, this is the first day / episode of what we have here, and obviously we had a little bit of issues, but we're doing great now. We're back together. We're doing fantastic. You know, thanks to Ken, thanks to Keem, thanks to all the people here, and thanks for all the support that you guys are doing by coming on. So, after buttering you guys up, let's get straight into the meat and potatoes, right? First and foremost, I would like to present the fact that this case will be presented with 3 pieces of evidence. Okay, number 1 will be that it starts with spite. That's what this whole court case is about. It's all about spite, motive, and cold hard facts. Okay, those are the 3 things that we're going to be focusing on here. That I'm going to make sure to round out and make sure that it's abundantly clear what the whole point of this whole court case or charges that are being levied out to Pig with Lipstick. I mean Becky. All right. So first things first. Okay, it's going to be the spite. Reason why I say spite is that there is no ordinary case for a client like my own inflicting harm on others out of spite. So Becky wouldn't just go out of her way and just go ahead and just, get angry at people. No, this comes from somewhere. Where? It comes from spite from others. So this is Lynx. This is Tina. These are people that are infuriating her, bringing her to a level of frustration that is unbelievable, unimaginable, unattainable for anybody that's been on stream for longer than 14 hours, 20 hours. I mean, these are like 2-hour segments split up upon days, right? Imagine being inside of an insane asylum for 2 hours a day and then thinking you're just going to come out perfectly fine again. No, you're going to go batshit crazy. Of course, it's perfectly normal, right? So these are the arguments that I'm going to be basing it off. Secondly is going to be motive. We know the motive of my client is going to be based off of getting vengeance in some sort of way towards the opposing people. And because of the fact that this is we understand the motive there. However, what is the motive of the people that are attacking her? What is the motive of the people that actually want to take her down? That's what matters here. It's not the reaction that we care of. It's about what's being inflicted on her. She is the true victim, is what I'm going to be proving here. I'm going to be proving her humanity and how she is only acting rationally, just as rational as they are. They're going to be the ones for the reason for all this. And last but not least is cold hard facts. I'm going to be telling you guys that 100% of the time that Tina was on stream, Becky has been crying or freaking out. 45% of the time, it's Grace. The other 45% of the time, it's RTU. We're talking about 100% frustration if you add it all together. Okay? Everyone that's going to be in this court case has bona fide been the exact reason why she's had these moments. And I'd like to clear, I've also like to mention this to the court, is that she has multiple nicknames, and we need to make sure that they're hashed out just in case it's brought up in court so there's no confusion.
Go ahead. What you got?
Okay. So right now, this is what I have listed. We have Pig with Lipstick, Miss Piggy, Uncle Fester, Fat Amy from Pitch Perfect, a mole rat with a wig, a hog, Ursula, a Sith Lord, a Who, a Snorlax, or She's Melting. Those are currently the ones that we're aware of as their nicknames.
Okay, and what is the defense trying to motion do with these nicknames? Get them taken down? What are you trying to do?
No. It's not to take them down. It's just in case it's ever brought up. We know who we're referring to. It's just for the sake of knowing who we're talking about.
Like an alias.
Right, an alias. A nickname.
Beautiful. All right, I like it. All righty. Well, I think we're ready to get this trial underway, gentlemen. Ms.
It took them 17 minutes to get the preamble going. 17 minutes. And it's just mostly bloviating and explaining rules and whatnot. Also, this is during a time where Lynx and Grace was still a thing. This is way, way early in the genesis of Lolcow universe.
Ms. Becky, anything to say?
I am not a Snorlax or a pig with lipstick. That's all.
Beautiful.
Well, somebody in the chat said Snorlax. I don't know. I'm not any of these things. I'm a fucking star, okay? And I feel like I should be able to countersue for this shitty treatment, but whatever.
Your Honor, if I may, Becky does bring up a solid point. A Snorlax wouldn't need everything handed to her. They could actually earn it on their own.
Ooh, yeah, just laying there.
Great argument, actually.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jerry, please take that into consideration.
I love how they're taking the piss out for and when they're supposed to defend them.
All right, Mr. Nate, first witness, who you got, sir? Well, we were supposed to have Tina, but she's not here. So if you could go ahead and play clip Becky's husband, or Tina's husband, sorry.
Okay.
Tina's got a husband? This is news to me.
What's the title of it called?
Should be Tina's husband.
Tina's dead husband?
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead and get this shared. Going live. All right. Does that do, sir? Nate, is that good?
Did it play? I didn't see it.
Yeah, I shared screen and I played it.
Okay.
Did you not open up the stream?
I guess I didn't. That's okay.
Beautiful.
Regardless. Oh, really, Grim? Really?
What was the point of that, Nate?
The point of that was just to say that Tina didn't show up, so we now have to go off scale. I can't talk about her kid because, well, she never showed up, so I guess it's just not that important.
Can I say something real quick? Sorry, it's important for Ken for the stream. Apparently, nobody could see that or hear that because of the fact that Keem is the one streaming.
Oh.
I want to make that clear.
So for the audience, that's just a clip of Becky Boop talking to Tina about her husband Minecrafting himself to no longer being in the picture. And y'all know what I'm saying.
I've had a reason for kicking Keem out of streams before. Because when he's here...
No, Tina is here, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want to bring her in, Judge? Last second adjustment, is that okay?
That is good for me. Miss Tina, welcome to court.
I don't even know if the face cam's working.
Hello, Miss Tina. Beautiful.
Yes.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm all right. I'm doing much better. But you need to tell your district attorney he's stupid. Why would my dead husband be at the service over here at this hearing?
That's neither here nor there.
Okay, what's your name?
You're basically brought here to testify. So we're going to swear you in real quick. So with your left hand, place it on the Lolcow Pay Pig cassette, please. Raise your right hand up. Okay. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you, Keemstar?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Nate, continue.
Hey, hi Tina, how you doing today?
I'm okay.
That's good. Now, Tina, how long have you been on YouTube?
12 years.
And would you describe yourself as confrontational type of personality?
Absolutely.
Now, as a co-host of Becky, has she ever degraded you or emotionally tried to hurt you in any way? Not that she has, but has she tried?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like me to elaborate? Would you like me to elaborate?
If you want to elaborate, Tina, go right ahead.
Okay, Becky likes to talk nasty about my son. She likes to talk about my dead husband. She likes to make her...
I love how formal court wear for Tina is her wearing all black. Like she's paying respects to her teeth, or to her dignity, or whatever.
Herself feel like a star, like she's doing this all by herself. She acts like because I'm ugly and one-legged that I don't bring nothing to the surface, and she's disgusting all the way around.
Okay, and the last question I had, Tina, was, would you say that she's more like a pig with lipstick or a Hoompy Doompa Loompa?
I say she's a razorback bitch, but I guess I'll have to go with your Hoopa Loopa Doopa.
Sounds excellent. Grim, you're up.
Grimes, yeah. Good afternoon. How are you doing, Becky?
I feel so bad for Becky. I know Becky has her faults, really, I do, but like, Becky has the ability to be a star, man. She's really good. She's very personable. She could be a bitch. She could be a see you until next Tuesday type of person, but Lord. And that hair. R.I.P. the hair.
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Good. I meant to say Tina. Hello, Tina.
How could you confuse us? What are you, blind and stupid?
You know, sometimes when you see two pigs with lipstick in the same screen, it's hard. I'm sorry. Sorry.
All
Sorry.
right. Continue on, Dipple Dick.
All right. Dipple Dick will continue. How long have you worked with Becky?
I don't know. 3 weeks, I guess it is.
3 weeks. Fantastic. Okay. Would you say you've made more money with Becky on stream?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Could we go ahead and show Exhibit F, Judge?
Yeah. Since I'm not the one, right, I don't know if the audience will be able to see it. What's it called?
Actually, my assistant can actually bring it up here on her on her tablet. Is that Exhibit F?
No, I'm asking where did you fucking put it?
Oh, it's in screenshots.
My question is, why is Keem running the show? Like, I know he owns the show, but like, shouldn't the judge be the one to have control of the share screen? I think it won't only be fair, but whatever.
You got a hell of a system, Bo. You gotta get her in check.
Language. How do you run things at that law firm?
You know, with great haste.
Let's get on. We got a show to do. We got a case to do. Let's go, bro. I got things to do, Dipple Dick.
All right, so Dipple Dick will continue. We're going to hold that for a second. Do you care for the future of Lolcow Queens?
Absolutely.
Shouldn't you work with her to ensure the future of your income? Wouldn't it benefit you? Her being Becky.
No, I don't need her. I can do the show all by myself and make just as much money, and my future will be great.
Okay, so...
You're saying I have orangutan tits, so I think she's wrong because I clearly do bring money, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Right, so here, I would like to present Exhibit F. You guys can see that?
Yeah.
That right there is going to be from Social Blade, specifically. The largest amount of views that are actually given are with Becky's name on it. In fact, the most amount of views, the most amount of donations, the most amount of anything is actually when Becky's on screen or her name is literally in the title. So to literally jeopardize the entirety of Lolcow Queens and as well as your future being on the show, to not have Becky on there, it seems like your motive seems to be out of spite just to get rid of her and not the future of Lolcow Queens.
Objection, Your Honor. Social Blade is not perfectly scaled. Everybody knows this. They have problems and issues with recording individual views. Everybody knows this. It can be botted. Everybody knows that. And not only that, but it doesn't prove just because Becky's on. Okay, doesn't prove that she's more popular. It just proves she's more hated than Tina. That's all it proves.
May I counter?
That?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
which entail brings the success of Lolcow Queens. So I don't understand what your argument's coming from. And let's say Social Blade is wrong. Let's say it's skewed to some result. Is it 20% margin? The 20% margin that I'm pulling from is actually 20% more views, more donations, more anything when Becky is on screen. So you're saying the margin of 20% is large enough to like not consider at all? Even if it is rounded, even if we said 10%, it's still something to consider and bring into evidence.
You know who took Tina's leg? I think diabetes.
Conflict of interest because Becky had the hots for her attorney, so I say this is all bullshit.
I'm a woman, Tina.
My girlfriend is right there, dickhead.
It doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, order in the court.
What kind of
Hey, all
witness
y'all
is
calm. Hey, yo, all y'all calm down. The objection is overruled. I'll allow it. I will allow Social Blade to go into evidence.
What the fuck is going on? Ken, listen, how many weeks did you have to prepare for this fucking thing?
Just contempt of court.
Didn't Jordy sit down last night and walk you through this?
Hey,
you know the whole problem was you just didn't have the bit rate set right. That's what they're all telling me in the Discord right now. Why did you not Google what's the right bit rate? Dude, if you're doing worse than that, I'm a 50-year-old man.
You're still
Ken.
behind. Get the fuck
No,
out
you
of
need
here.
to shut this the fuck down. Shut this the fuck down. Shut it. You're bringing down the entire fucking brand right now. You are bringing down the entire brand. Look, you're trying to show evidence. You can't see the evidence. The entire point. No, you listen to me. You can't see the evidence. How are you still going on with the show? You have this opportunity. You need to postpone this.
Boogie, shut up, you fat.
You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. I'm dead fucking serious.
Boogie, you have a great point. You have a great point about evidence, Boogie. How about your evidence about your autism, Boogie?
I'm telling you right now. Everybody on the Discord is telling me to have you shut this down. Everybody in the Discord is saying to shut this down and try again later. I agree with them. I'm coming here to tell you to do that.
Boogie, wait a minute. I want to use the judge's hat to wipe my ass. I ran out of toilet paper.
That's fine. I like you. I fuck with you, but this ain't it. You can't even show the evidence. You can't do the show. You can't do the show. Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, no, I get it.
Can't talk to you that way. Boogie, shut the fuck up.
Motherfucker, I'm a brand ambassador. I started this fucking brand, and I'm telling you, I know a disaster show. I've run a dozen disaster shows. Becky, you've run a few. This is worse. This is worse. I want this to be a fair and legitimate trial. I want it to be a showcase.
This is not fair, legitimate, anything. Why the hell is Boogie coming in, talking all this shit about? Like, you could do with the evidence. You could just ask questions. That's all you could do. Like, it doesn't need to be that deep. It's a fucking internet show. And Boogie's making it seem like this is a Picasso or this is a Rembrandt. You have one idiot wearing a wig. You have Tina with the fucking wearing all black like she lost her other leg. You have Becky being shit talked by both lawyers. You have Grim being a fucking moron. You got the other one being stupid. Like, this is not Law and Order. This is not fucking How to Kill a Mockingbird. This is not Mississippi Goes to Washington. This is retards trying to do a Lolcow, trying to do a court thing. And Boogie, the biggest Lolcow here, trying to wag his finger at everyone else.
Of Ken's talents, of these lawyers' talents, as it is right now, it is just a fucking shit show. Shut it down. Start over again next week. Figure out how to fucking stream. If you don't, Ken will end up firing you, and I don't want to see that happen. You understand? If you continue with the shit show, you'll.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. Hi.
What have you been up to, Missy?
Touching grass.
Touching grass. Wow. Okay. I'm very happy you're touching grass. Now you came back and now you want to touch Becky now? Not touch Becky. You talking about Becky?
Why would you say that? Why would you say that to me?
I fucked up. Right. I fucked up. All right.
I just ate, dude. Why would you say that? I'm like, no, ugh.
Whatever. I'm glad you came back.
Oh, no, well, thank you. The reason why I said I came in earlier was like, are you a Lolcow live hate channel now? Is because I still would like watch everything and I would see all the time you posting about Lolcow live, and I'm like, is Huggy just a hate channel now for Lolcow?
It's not hate. No. This is not. No. Here's the thing. You go into depth and fucking beat the shit out of people like Becky and stuff. I just distill the shit and just make the high points. Like I was doing the Mitch stuff, right? Like they did like a whole 7 hours just talking about trying to get a Lolcow Aussie, and then I literally I have 4 points where Mitch was acting like a baby back bitch, and then I just showed everything. That's all I do, right? I don't like. I'm not like
back,
toxic.
bitch. I love it.
I'm not like these other channels where they go on stream, watch the whole stream, and kind of talk about it. No. Huggy has class. I got quality. I do my
He
best.
got class. He gets ass, and occasionally he touches and smokes grass.
Exactly. See, there you go. Yes. And also, I'm close to 1,000 subscribers, right? Aren't you?
I did see, and I'm very happy for you. I mean, how are you? You're monetized now, right?
I'm monetized. I'm monetized through like getting super chats, memberships.
Nice. About time.
Like I get everything. So, but when I get to 1,000, it's ads. Like I get ads and whatnot. So yeah, I'm like you now.
There you go. I'm proud of you. That's great. I disappeared for like 3 months, and everyone's doing their thing. I love it. I love to hear it.
So what have you been working on besides in terms of your stream? Are you still fighting with Andy and the other fucking retards, or do you have other?
No, I've kind of moved past that. I'm like, I'm probably gonna become a Lolcow hate channel at this point, just because there's so much that I've missed that I have to address, and it mainly started with the whole Becky stuff with the SA accusations on her ex, because I was there. I was there when that happened.
Oh yeah, didn't you go on Lolcow Live and shit talk Becky on the show? I remember you were on Lolcow Live and stuff.
Yeah, I was on there a couple times.
And you yelled. I think you yelled at Becky. Like it's been a while.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that was a while ago. But then I left everything when the SA allegations came out. I was actually on Lolcow Rewind's docket team, and that night when the SA allegations came out, I was done. I walked away, never looked back.
Supreme over everyone in this school. I am the golden god of this place. I reign supreme.
Thank you for the sub, Naval. Thank you, Naval Nevada Powell, for the subscription. God bless. Please continue. So sorry.
No, you're fine. This is your show. Like, you got a new subscriber. You got to say what's up.
Yes. But continue, please. So, like, so after you heard about the SA allegations, you tapped the fuck out?
Oh yeah, I was tasked to timestamp the Lolcow Queens at night, because I told them when I was like, I really don't want to watch Queens because I can't stand Becky, so I'll like watch Lolcow Live and get the timestamps for you. But nobody was around to do the timestamps for Lolcow Queens, so I said, you know what, I'll just do it. And as soon as that stream started, she went right into talking about the SA allegations, and it was monetized, and that kind of set me off. So I said, I'm not doing this. I left the Discord. I'm done. Like, that is my line. I don't cross, and I was done with it.
Oh yeah, so I respect that. You don't like the fact they talk about SA stuff and it's like it's monetized.
But it's also not just monetized, but it's also bullshit. It's also bullshit.
Of course.
And I came back because her ex made a video. It was like 40-something minutes long, kind of going over his side of the story and the events and like why it was bullshit. And I knew it was bullshit from the moment she said it, because it just came out of left field. And it came out because they were going tit for tat in Discord. So I was kind of just like, well, do you have proof? Because now you're making a serious claim. You're making a serious criminal accusation. And I was like, and then she was like, well, there's a police report. Come to find out, the police report wasn't for the alleged SA. It was because they got into a fight one night and she called the cops on him to have him removed from her house. But there was nothing criminally charged there either. They just reported it and that was it. He wasn't in trouble and they went their separate ways. And then after it went from Discord, I was like, if she monetizes this tonight, it's a wrap for me. I can't be in the same space with this psycho. And that's exactly what they did. And then Keem also talked about it a little bit on Lolcow Live, and I was like, you guys are ridiculous. Like, I don't play around with SA because there's actual victims. I was a victim, and that just was like, I can't do this.
I have a question.
Y'all are trash.
I have a question for you because I haven't heard your take on this. Are you familiar with the mic keeping on the camera situation?
Yes, I was. So I was kind of updated on that after the fact, when people were talking about it, because I was still on certain Discords where there were people still part of that community that were talking about it. So I did hear about that situation.
So I have a question for you. Would you feel uncomfortable working with Mike knowing the not allegations, his history regarding Bridget and everything? Like, do you think?
Do I think he's a predator? Basically, is what you're asking.
Well, like, yeah. Well, let's go with that. Do you think? Not predator. I won't say predator. I'm not going to do the slug thing. I'm going to say it how I want to say it. Okay. Do you think he's a bad guy?
I don't know him enough personally to say yes or no. I think a lot of these people that are part of this project, for the most part, are pretty fake and dishonest, so I would consider them not great people. But as far as his specific situation, it was kind of like, for me, a gray area, only because it's like, you hear stories all the time about dudes in their 20s, messing around with girls that are younger. They also claimed, she claimed that she lied about the age, so that's something that you could take into consideration. But I also was just like, well, I mean, it'd be one thing if he just, made a little oopsie doodles. He ended up marrying her, having kids, so it seems like he was committed. Doesn't make it 100% right, but at the same time, it's different when it's somebody who's actively doing it with like a bunch of other people, because most predators do prey on other people. Because like, don't forget this, Bridget was under the age of 18 and he married her, and she's older now. So you would imagine that if somebody was attracted to a minor because she's older now, he probably would like say, get caught up messing around with other young people because now this chick's too old. So that's kind of where I look at it, that when I work with him, I would have to like talk to him and understand his situation and try to like be like, is he creepy? Like, because like I said, he married the girl, they had kids, and as far as we know, he hasn't done anything like that with any other minor, so it is a gray area for me, but that's just kind of my perspective on it. I wouldn't know unless I got to know him more as a person to understand like what his thought process was in that moment, like if she did actually lie about the age, because if she did, that does change things. That's not 100% on him, but at the same time, I would still question, well, once you found out the age, like, maybe that should have been the moment to just be like, all right, well, hit me up when you're 18.
Right. No, I agree with you on. I mean, I see where you're coming from with that. Because the thing is, a lot of people would feel uncomfortable working with him or whatnot. Like, people will have caveats or whatnot. Also, okay, so we have that part. Did you like what other shows have you been watching regarding Lolcow, the Lolcow universe? Have you been keeping up with Queens, Nerds? Did you hear about how Oh, sorry.
Well, no, I was gonna say, I have, ever since I left the Discord, I have not watched any of the shows. And the only time I would get any, like, I will go on Reddit, on the Lolcow Reddit, and like watch there because they post clips and stuff and talk about it actively there. So I'll like look at what's going on from that perspective, because number one, I don't want to give them my view. So like, I'm not giving them my view if I'm on the Reddit page, you know. So I only know a little bit, and I haven't been actively watching because like it's just reality TV garbage for me, and it's very just like not okay. And I really think that keeping Becky on the show is just trash. She's just a trash person.
You hate Becky so fucking much, bro.
I do 100%. I don't like people like that, especially if you're gonna fake allegations on somebody.
Okay, I understand
Dude, she's a liar.
But yes, hold on, time out. Okay, let's take that. Let's take those parts, right? I will take those parts, and I will give you 100% check mark. I got you. We here, bro. We here. Telekinetic, okay? With that being said, the fact that this woman got, regardless if it was staged or not, she shaved her head and she's crying. Let me just ask you this. If you, Ray, were on this fucking network, right, and you fucked up by doing wherever the case is, and people would say, hey, if you want to come back on the show, you have to shave your head. Okay? Would you do it? Like, would you go along with it?
For that reason, no. I mean, I did shave my head. I did have to shave my head because my hair was in such bad shape that I needed to start over. So I did end up shaving my head for that reason. But the only time I would ever shave my head for anything would be for cancer. You know, for people to have my hair to make wigs out of. That's it. I would never shave my head for punishment. Absolutely not. I have some integrity.
Okay, what I'm trying to say, here's my problem. Regardless, I know Becky has her moments. The thing is that watching Becky having to shave her head, I felt was a bigger humiliation ritual thingy than what Boogie had to deal with, what Wings had to deal with. Like, bro, and that's the thing. Yes, Becky's a bad person, or Becky messed up, but no woman deserves to get her head shaven like that and cry on stream. Like, it just...
She wears wigs anyways. That blonde hair she has, that's a wig. She wears wigs anyways.
But still, I mean... But I just... Okay, with that being said, what did you think of Wings sumo pushing his wife down on the floor of the fight game? Did you catch that live?
I saw the clip, and in my head, I'm like, because the show is so fake, it's like a little bit of realism, but over dramatized, right? So it's like they have scripts 100%. They claim they don't, but they do. And I do feel like the intention wasn't to actually push her down like that, but Wings is a big dude. She got bulldozed. And you could tell Wings' reaction when she went down. There was a small second of concern, but in the same sense, it's like stay in character. Stay in character. Worry about it later because as long as she's not hurt, we're good. Type thing. That's how I perceived it. Dude, he bulldozed her. I don't think that was intentional.
Bro, you think it's a fucking work?
Oh, 100%. Like at this point, anyone who thinks that a lot of that stuff is real is definitely being fooled. They literally have...
Bro, she could have gotten hurt, bro. I don't give a fuck what you... Like,
well, that's the thing. She could have gotten hurt, but she didn't. And at least as far as we know, and I don't think it was intentional. I think what happened was that she was holding him back, and because he's wicked big and much bigger than her, when he bulldozed through, she ended up like falling. And I don't think that was part of it. But like I said, you could see a split second where he looks down a little concerned. But again, just like stay focused on the script.
I have a couple follow-ups to that. Now, there was another video that caused Wings to be suspended or fired from the show, where Kelly was driving, and I think she was about to hit something, and Wings slapped the shit out of her arm. Now, I have a question for you. Like, have there's ever been a time where you've been driving and you managed in the passenger seat and, like, you're about to hit something and he hits your arm really fucking hard? Would you take that as, oh, he's abusing me? Or would you take that as, I'm trying to get you to fucking stop driving so we don't get hurt? Like, and I'm not trying to excuse any of that stuff. I just want to hear, from your point of view as a female.
I would take that as a reflex, like just a reaction reflex. Like you don't think, you just act. It was like fight or flight. Like maybe he was scared, so he smacked her, to like get her to like realize, hey, chill. But again, I'm not in their relationship. No one is. So for all we know, like maybe that's just how they are. And as long as she's okay, she's not being hurt, she's not being beat. It's hard to tell, but like it's the internet, so everyone wants to put in their 2 cents about what they perceive as abuse and that and this. And I'm like, listen, as long as I'm not seeing this woman with bruises on her arms and I'm not seeing bruises on her face, I don't know. It's hard to really tell because there are people who are very good at masking, and there are victims who won't speak out. So it's hard to tell until somebody comes out and says, yeah, this woman's being abused. I don't know.
Damn. It's like, what the interesting, I don't know if you ever look up this on your Lolcow stuff, but it's like, you have people like Boogie who lied about cancer, and people make it seem like, oh, what's the big deal? And it's like, bro, I'm guessing you have family that had bowel cancer or died of cancer.
Mm-hmm.
There are many people have dealt with that. It's a very hard thing to deal with. And the fact that this man lied about it for so long, like, why allow him to profit off of it? Why? It's like him profiting over his suicidal idolations, his suicidal tendencies. It's like you're doing all that. What type of? I understand this is the internet. I do wholly understand that, but at some point, isn't enough? Like, this is not right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, the cancer thing, essay allegations, it's like, I don't know, man. That's partially why too I'm like needed to step back, because I've been doing YouTube for 3 years, and I've experienced a lot of different content creators that are just like, I thought they were cool, find out that they're not. It's always just some bullshit drama that is not profitable for me. Like at this point, I'm not doing drama for free. I'm going to talk about drama related stuff, but I don't like the personal drama stuff. And a lot of these people just do that. And that's why the Lolcow universe is just so at least popular right now, and are doing good so far, because it's like a Dollar Tree, like dollar store reality TV. And it's all focused on just drama with each other. Like if you like, I was said this today when I was talking about it, is like they have Lolcow Nerds, and when Lolcow Nerds first started, they actually talked about games and nerdy stuff and movies and things like that. They talked about things that you would expect to be on a channel that has nerds in the title, right? Now you go to it and it's just, they talk about drama with other show hosts, and it's like, where is the nerd stuff come into play? It's none. It's just a bunch of people who claim they're nerds but never talk nerd stuff. And that's what this universe is. It's literally like dollar store, Temu reality show.
That's fuck. Okay. By the way, did you hear about the beef between Zay and Beans? I don't know if you saw that one. So Zay,
I haven't seen that one, because these people are just, I don't care about these people. The person I can't stand the most is Becky.
there might be a boxing match in July between Zay Zoot from Nerds and Beans from Lolcow Cafe. So, like,
of course.
Zay said, "Pull up. I'll fight you. I don't care." Beans wants to have a proper boxing match. Zay wants to have an MMA fight. Keem can't do it. Like, Keem doesn't think it's profitable enough. But, like, I'm thinking to myself, why would you want to waste time boxing when you're not going to box? You're just going to...
I would box Becky.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I know you for a little bit. I know you will fuck a bitch up. Like, you're not going to fuck around and hug and pity pat. I could feel you know how to fight. Becky will just stand
Well,
there.
I would also train. I would also train. Plenty of boxing places around here. I was ready. I was like, I'll train right now. I got the money. I'll go sign up for classes and I'll do some training and get ready for it. I was down. I was like, Keem, you want to make some money? It'll be a good show because a lot of people can't stand Becky, and I'm sure they would love to watch Becky get laid out.
Gee, you, Liz, if I ever get Becky on this show, bro, I would love for you to come as a surprise guest, and I would love to see you two
Oh, she'd leave. She'd leave. She blocked me on Discord. She didn't ever engage with me. She went on Lolcow Queens and lied about me on one of the shows. It was crazy. I'm like, this chick has no spine because everyone saw. Because I saw the clip on with Fat Camp when her and that chick, what's her name, Roxy? Was it Roxy?
Yeah. Oh, Roxy is a friend of the show, so please be nice if you're going to talk about her, Roxy. But
oh no, I was saying that did Roxy punch her or something?
No,
Roxy got into a fight.
Roxy fought Boogie. Oh my gosh! Like I think
somebody
I have it on my
said
channel.
Roxy. I think somebody said Roxy was the one who got in a fight with Becky.
No. Oh yes. They did because what happened was Roxy threw something. Roxy threw something in the water. Becky threw something in the water, and then it kind of cut out. But like Keem comes in, and then Becky's on top of her. Yeah, Becky's on top of her, and she and basically was pulling her hair.
Right. I saw that clip too, and I was just kind of sitting there like, because I remember when everybody liked me when I went after Becky, and Keem was talking about putting me on one of the shows, and I was kind of just like, oh, okay, this is when I thought everyone was like cool and it was gonna be like real and stuff. And then I thought to myself, man, I'm glad that didn't happen, because like if I had to go to Fat Camp and be in the same room with Becky, it would have definitely popped off, and it wouldn't have gone down like Roxy and Becky's fight did, because I would try to be civil and then Becky would say something and set me off, and it's like I am legitimately like medically crazy. I'm crazy, and I get triggered with when I don't like somebody, them just speaking at me. I would say, don't talk to me. And then she probably would have an attitude. And then I get up in her face and antagonize her and hope to God she pushes me or puts her hands on me so I can say, hey, she put her hands on me first. It's free game, and just lay her big ass out.
You make it so like that's you're ready to do the uppercut on her, like you're about to like punch her in the head or something. Like, Jesus.
Oh, I can't stand people like it. What it is with me with her. It started with the Review Tech USA stuff, and I don't like it when women, especially, use their gender to accuse men of things because they know that there's a lot of people that will be empathetic and listen and believe the women before the men. And I hate when women do that because it makes all of us females look like that. You know, men are afraid to even talk to us in public or online or whatever without the fear of being called a predator or creep. So when she did that, that's what started my issues with her. And then the SA allegations 100% was like, all right, bitch, like this is just insane. Like you're now making up crimes, and I can't do it. I can't like somebody, and yeah, it makes me want to like lay someone out, and I want to do it for the fact there are a lot of innocent men out there that are constantly getting their fingers pointed at them, and they're being victimized, and no one cares. Like they're the victims when they get falsely accused, and that's sad that no one cares enough about these men who aren't really doing anything wrong. Because these women use their vagina power, you know, and it's like, no, I'm not about that. Like,
vagina power, I'm over you, bro. The fuck,
bro, vagina power. That's what they do. Vagina power.
Is there anyone in that place that you like, or do you just don't like nobody in Lolcow Live?
I love Xylee. I will always love Xylee, despite the fact Xylee gets a lot of shit from that community right now. I still love Xylee. I like Billy. Billy's okay. I don't mind Wings or Boogie for the most part. As far as like I've talked to them on Discord is not the same as them on the show.
Really,
I've had really great conversation. Yeah, I've had really good conversations with both Boogie and Wings. Wings is very, believe it or not, kind of like really down to earth. Like he still kind of talks the same as he does on the show, but him and Boogie have very good insight on a lot of things that I kind of am like, oh, you guys aren't really awful people with the exception of the cancer thing. But I don't hate everybody in that universe. I like Ken. I adore Ken. I think Ken is friggin' awesome. He's kind of like the big brother. He was always like the big brother of the Discord, and he's funny and he's very cool, down to earth, very real in my opinion. I don't mind Ken at all. Let's see. As far as the females, I like Savage. I got introduced to Savage before the Lolcow stuff. Savage is just, I don't know, she's got the southern mom vibe. I would love for her to like be around, even though a lot of people don't like her. But I like Savage. I think she's a southern badass. I like her. She's like me, a friggin' loud bitch.
Now here's my follow-up question. Now, besides Lolcow stuff, are you gonna like has your saga with Andy Signor died out? Is it finished, or will there be more parts to it? Okay.
Unless he does something stupid again, I don't think so.
Who was the last person you were beefing on your YouTube? I forgot. Because there were people that was coming for your head. Like, I forgot who was the last beef you had.
I covered a lot of YouTubers, from people from the true crime community, to everybody. I had beef with a lot of YouTube content creators. I don't like the grifting, the dishonest grifting. Right? For me, there's honest grifting and dishonest grifting. Okay, the dishonest grifting.
Yes.
So for me, dishonest grifting is when you are milking a topic that you generally don't care about and you're just doing it because it makes you money and it's for clicks. Like, I don't like that. Like, if you care about the topic, you care about the people you're talking about, that's one thing. But if you're doing it just because it's clicks and you genuinely don't care about the people that you're exploiting, because a lot of people in true crime communities especially do that. Like, they're literally covering victims of like murder and R words and like mostly murder, right? And I feel like they're milking and disrespecting the victims and the families of these victims, and I don't like that. That's what I call a dishonest grift. An honest grift is, like I said, if you actually care and you're sincere and you're talking about it, like, I consider that like an honest grift. Like, when I was talking about Auntie Signor, I actually cared about these women who had their stories, and I allowed them to come on my platform to talk about it because they genuinely cared. And I also knew Auntie Signor was kind of scummy. So when I was, quote, grifting, right, just like Becky's a, quote, victim. Sorry, I had to throw shade back at Becky because I'm petty. I consider that more of an honest grift. If you care about the stuff you're talking about and it matters to you and it's not just for the sake of content and views. Like, I could have cared less if my channel blew up from talking about Auntie Signor. I just wanted at least that information out there for those who gave a shit. I didn't care if it blew up my channel. I didn't care if it made me money. And that's what I mean by an honest grift versus a dishonest grift.
Wow. Okay, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Do you know a person by the name of Eric? Or Nerds?
There's a lot of people. Oh, I've so the thing is, the reason why I didn't say, like, because when you asked me who I liked, the reason why I didn't say people like Roxy, because I know you guys love Roxy, but like Roxy was after my time in the Lolcow community, so I'm not very familiar with her. I'm sure she's lovely. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure she's lovely. If you guys love her, I'm sure she's great. But Eric, I also somebody who is kind of after my time there, so I'm not too familiar, but I have seen their names floating around the Reddit and stuff. So
Keem gave him money to do a Lego movie type of thing, and he spent $200 on the table, so which I don't know what table costs $200, but anyways, so it's got to a point where he couldn't figure out. He asked Keem, if I do this thing for you, what is my reward? Not realizing that the money is the reward. So pretty much Keem wanted the money back. Now Eric has a bit of difficulties, special needs, if you will.
Yeah.
Do you think that the Lolcow Live community takes advantage or props up people with special needs, or have someone that's different than them for entertainment and for clout?
Oh, 100%. It's called Lolcow. I mean, I've said this even on Reddit, which is going to expose my Reddit username, which I don't really even care. But I've said on Reddit, I'm like, the whole thing with Lolcow, the premise I believed it was take people who are clearly already Lolcows, in their own respect, right? And kind of redeeming them. Because one thing, when I first I left the Discord once before, because I kind of was like, yeah, this seems like not my scene, right? I don't do fakeness. And then I was explaining this when I went on Lolcow Rewind, and then Keem came on, and I was like, I just don't think, this is real. Like, I don't think y'all like realness. Y'all just like the fake bullshit. And Keem hops on making a comment about how he likes real. And I'm kind of just like realizing now too, with another comment he made about like, you don't have to be a Lolcow to audition for these shows. And I'm just like, right, because you don't need to be a Lolcow, because Keemstar is going to turn you into a Lolcow. And it's, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by real and fake. So, like, you don't have to be a Lolcow like Boogie and Wings of Redemption were prior to them being on the show, because Keemstar can turn you. He can make you a Lolcow. And now being a Lolcow is kind of like being a star. So now you're seeing people who consider Wings and Boogie as Lolcows, finding redemption for them by making Lolcows a positive instead of what it was originally meant to be, is just point and laugh at these stupid people for doing stupid things, And now Keem's producing it like it's K-pop artists. like he's beating them like Michael Jackson's dad beat records out of his kids. Like, that's what he's doing.
Lord have mercy. I can't believe you said that. How dare you, Ray? You were supposed to be one of the good ones. Damn.
I am one of the good ones. That's why I say it like it's like it is. I mean, Keemstar's like Michael Jackson's dad beating gold records out of his kids. Go get a switch off the tree. Make me a famous.
Do you think
sing ABC?
You fucked up. Do you think Boogie has become a successful Lolcow, or has become somewhat successful being under the tutelage of Keemstar?
See, that's hard for me because I know Boogie was like known before Lolcow. So I think after his incident, Star helped him get a little bit of redemption. So that's kind of what I feel like. I think Boogie was fine before he had his controversy, which kind of, canceled him for a little bit. Like, he was kind of falling off. And I think Keem gave him relevance again. So I would say he's a little bit more successful being on this show than he was after he got, the pew pew incident.
Now, I know that you cover the Gooner talks with Keem. Would you mind giving me like a microwave take on what you thought about the recording with Keem and Lynx?
I was so confused at first because the way Keem was talking, I was like, he's had conversations with Lynx like this before, and then somebody mentioned a comment about like he was like how she was baiting him into talking about this stuff. But I also still stand by. I feel like he did like make those comments to her before, hinting of his like attraction to her and wanting to like smash. My thing was like consenting adults. It is what it is, but it was a little sus the way it played out, where her nudes leaked, and he's like, "Call me, bro." She's like, "I've been drinking. Yeah, you need to call me now." And then that led into like the weird glaze comment, the blonde wig, put on a blonde. It was so crusty. Like that. Listening to that conversation, it was a crusty ass conversation. I'm like,
bro. He was like. He was like, I want to glaze your face like a donut. Why? Why would you say like?
Why I say crusty? Because like that stuff is just cringe for me. Like, listen, like, I was just sitting there listening. Like I'm if I had a penis, it would be completely flaccid listening to this conversation. This dirty talk is completely drying me up like the Sahara Desert. I can't do it. I can't do it.
It doesn't turn you on, this dirty talk.
No, I was so... If I was drippy, I'm drier. No, like... Cat's tongue sandpaper all set. I'm good. Like, it was just bad.
So, wait, did you listen... Like, again, like, I have your channel notification, which, by the way, you guys need to follow Ray. She is an outstanding, like, not an outstanding creator, but she's an outstanding shit talker. When I tell you she shit talks with the best of them, she could shit talk with, like, if you have her face fucking, like, I think she could fight Tommy in a shit talk about. Granted, Tommy's from New Jersey. He don't give a fuck. Ray also don't give a fuck. So, just by that alone, you should subscribe to Ray. But I digress.
Thank you. I mean, I have my moments.
Sorry?
I said I have my moments, but what were you saying?
What I was saying is that did you cover the whole call, or did you timestamp the call? And then go over bits and pieces of it?
I went over bits and pieces for the most part, like the important conversations, and it was just, like I said, that whole conversation was crusty. Crusty. That's the best way to describe that conversation. I'm sitting there like, oh, I want to just, glaze your face and swap fluids and the whole, come out here with me and Brantley so we can pop that, kitty cat. And I'm just like, oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, I am a lady. How dare you?
Oh no. And it's funny because they had a rule in the Discord, no gooning, and here we're listening to Keemstar gooning over links. It was like, what is happening? Why did I come back?
You came back because you want to have fun. You came back because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I came back to listen to Keemstar Red Rocketing.
Red Rocket, Red Oboe. I don't know how you say this fucking thing. But like, where are you? Let's see. Matt, when did you stream? I'm trying. Oh yeah, I found you. I found you. Hey yo, reacting to Akeem wanting to glaze online. Oh, you used the Lynx video. Okay. Cause I used that one, and I used the one which I actually uploaded to her channel. So, but by the way, why did you change your YouTube name? I've been meaning to ask.
Dude, I'm like that type of person when I have a mental breakdown and I need to like take a break from social media, or I'm quitting for a bit or taking a break, then I come back. It's like when you're like depressed and you just decide I want to change my hair. I want blue hair now. Okay, I'm depressed. I want red hair now. I'm gonna cut my hair. Like that's just what I do. I get bored with like my names and I try to like change it. So anytime I leave and come back after a while, I'm just like I need to like rebrand for some reason. It's like I'm a weird person, dude.
You
I just
delete
do
everything?
weird things. I did. I needed to start over because like all the stuff on my channel,
Bastard.
all the stuff, all the stuff on my channel is just old, and it's like it served its purpose, and now it's time to move forward. So like I wanted to move forward and start anew. So that's why I needed to just like revamp things.
You revamp everything, yeah, you still do StreamYard.
Yeah.
Dude, this
I like
poor, you
StreamYard.
silly goose. Why?
No.
Bro, listen, you know our mutual, well, you know what our mutual friend would say to you if he found out that you rebranded everything, you still use StreamYard.
If you say slug, he gives me shit all the time for it.
Yeah.
All the time, and I just tell, and because he does that, I stay on StreamYard out of spite for him.
You create so question. Well, I keep on saying that. I see also a prefix to that. It's a tick. Are you full time now, or are you doing some YouTube and some real life work?
Right now probably full time, but we'll see what happens. Things will change, you know. Things will change. Who knows?
Ooh. Now, now you know there's a Lolcow Live network and whatnot, right? But if I was to get cool enough, and I decide to give someone a show on the Huggy Show Network, do you think you could do a show in the network? You get free control. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I'm not gonna micromanage shit. And like wherever profit you get is yours. Is like you get 99% of it. At least 1% comes to me. If that's too much, I'll give you 100%. But would you ever want to do a network type of show?
Right now, I think I need to find my own, get back in the swing of things. Before I commit to doing other things. Like I even thought to myself I wasn't gonna do appearances on any other YouTube channel, but there's a lot of people I miss and a lot of people I like. So I was like, you know what, there's some people I might pop in and say hello and come on the stream, shoot the shit and see what happens. But I think right now I just need to focus on my channel, because after 3 months of not making content, deleting everything, kind of lost a lot of subscribers, lost a lot of traction. But now that I came back, it's like it's weird because it's like, oh boom, now everyone wants to know what happened, why I'm back, what was going on, because I ghosted everybody. I deleted all my socials. I'm not getting back on social media. I'm not getting back on Twitter. I'm all set with that. And that's basically it. I just need to
How else am I going to share things with you, Ray? If you're not Twitter anymore, where am I
I
going to
got
share?
back on Discord. That was like one thing I wasn't sure I was gonna do, but I was like, I'll come back to Discord and keep in touch with some people and see what happens. I had to purge a lot of people out of my online life, and that needed to happen for sure. Because, like I said, I don't do fake, so there's a lot of people I need to get rid of.
Do you have a Discord server, or you just have a Discord account, and that's it?
I just have an account. I'm not doing a Discord server. Been there many times, not doing it because like I'm very unpredictable. So I've taken breaks a few times throughout the few years I've been doing this stuff, and every time I just nuke stuff. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do certain things this time around because I'm not sure how I would be doing in a year from now or even a couple months. I don't want to like start up a community Discord and then have a moment where I'm like, I'm done, and then just disappear on people again.
You know what you sound like? You sound like someone. You sound like someone that they can never stay in one place. Like being static.
Somebody who has like ADHD.
No, not that. It's like you hate routine, so like it like you could walk past the mirror one day, look yourself in the mirror and says, maybe I should color my hair red. Next day, oh, my ears need more piercings. By the fucking time you're all tatted up, it's like you need like if maybe I'm wrong, but it just feels like you need spontaneity. You don't you need the thrill of life. You need to be on your toes.
Well, I would say it's a combination of having a mood disorder. So like my mood disorder definitely plays. Yeah, I have a mood disorder, so that definitely plays into like my behavior. And a lot of people don't get that, and that's why I said the fake people, because there are a lot of people who understand mood disorders, so they get me. And then there's everybody else. So yeah, I do that. Like if I'm having a moment, like I'll cut my hair, dye my hair, get a piercing, get some tattoos. But I don't go overboard with it. So usually it's just the hair that I usually focus on, because I don't want to get too many tattoos or too many piercings. So anytime I'm having a moment, I like to call them my little moments, I will change my hair or something. That's how people will know if something's wrong with me, because like everybody who sees me in real life, they see me with like a crazy hair color. They're like, "Are you good?" And I'm just like, "It's blue, so it's not like dark, so I'm okay." If it's red, be concerned.
By the way, how's your son doing? I miss him. I miss seeing him on the Discord. Your little doggy.
Oh, she's good. She's fine.
Oh, I called it son. I'm so sorry. I'm glad. Cause you
Yeah,
always you always bring that rag right around. I'm like, God damn it. She's so adorable.
I love my dog. Yeah, she went out today. We went to the beach. She ran around with another dog. She got some exercise. We had a good day. She's doing good.
Wasn't that
cool? I went to the beach. I mean, it was nice out until we got to the beach, and yeah, it was cold, and we just, let the dogs run around, have some fun, get some energy out, and then came home, got some food, and came on here. After I streamed for 3 hours.
Would you ever do a summertime stream? What I mean is would you ever go would you ever do an IRL stream and just travel places? Travel to a town or something? Because I feel like cool to I feel like it would be a cool thing for you to do.
So the weird part is after I left, I was gonna do that on my channel. I was gonna call it Totally Hex. I was gonna do some ghost hunting and stuff with some friends, in real life, and then they got kind of busy with their own stuff, things going on. So I was like, all right, I might as well just come back to drama. And there's yeah, I was gonna do that, but I don't do ghost hunting. I'm very I believe in that stuff, and it freaks me out. I don't like dark rooms and stuff. I'm kind of like a baby, so I wasn't gonna do that alone. And I also was gonna do some exploring, abandoned properties and traveling stuff. But like I said, I was gonna do it with people, and I thought that'd be fun because I didn't really want to do it by myself. And they, had things going on, so I was waiting a couple weeks, and then I was like, yeah, I don't think this is happening. So I'm just gonna go back to doing what I did best.
I mean, you could have been your own little Ghostbuster, but I understand, buddy.
No, I'm not going in. I am not going into no abandoned, haunted nothing by myself, and something happens, and I'm running like a baby, and I can't do it. I just can't do it.
I respect your grind, ma'am. I really do. At least you know your limits. That you're not scared of Becky, but you're scared of maybe kind of sort of a ghost, maybe kind of sort of possessing you.
Dude, I am very weird. When I say I'm weird, people don't actually believe me when I say I'm weird. It's things that shouldn't bother me do, and things that should bother me don't. Things that should scare me don't, and things that shouldn't. Like, I don't tell many people this because it's embarrassing, but like, I have a balloon phobia.
You have a balloon phobia? Oh my god! Like what?
Yeah, I'm afraid of.
Or just...
Yes, I am afraid of balloons because of the pop. Yes, 100%.
What?
I will run away at a child's birthday. I've had kids walking around me with balloons, and I am going the other direction. I am the biggest bitch when it comes to balloons, but I'll throw down with the big bitch, but I won't throw down with a balloon.
So hypothetically speaking, let's just say the community decides to do a meetup with you, right? And it's your birthday. Follow me here, okay? They have a room, and it has a couple of balloons, maybe 10 balloons. Will it freak you out, or can you like live with it?
So like, if the balloons are just chilling there and no one's touching them, I'm fine. I could be in the same room with balloons. But when people are holding them and squeezing them and making that like, sound that the balloons make, I'm freaking out. I'm literally freaking out. I am running out the door. I literally been to children's birthday parties where little children are walking around with balloons. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, 1 second.
Okay, do you think, buddy? Where's Hollywood going to start? So his Huggy Angels podcast. All the ladies want to stream with Hollywood dudes. So a balloon animal can kick or raise ass. Yes, essentially. You know what, Taylor, you're a fucking genius, and I adore you forever and ever. I'm not going to do like a separate show, but a Huggy Angels podcast. I have Sin. If I could get Ray to come along, that's 2. I just need one more lady to come out.
Yes.
Maybe I could get Ruby. Or maybe I could get well, I don't know who, but anyways, welcome back.
Yeah, sorry, somebody's at the door. Yes, a balloon could totally kick my ass. Like I've had children holding balloons and walking around with balloons, and I go through full out panic mode. So like, if Becky wanted to win in a fight against me, all she has to do is bring a blown up balloon, and I'm done. I'm done.
Now, there was okay. So I'm not scared of a lot of things, but there is something I didn't realize is a phobia that now I'm actually scared of. It's called astrophobia. Now, people may be asking, Huggy, what is astrophobia? Astrophobia is scared of space. But not just basic shit like asteroids, supernovas, whatever. There's actually a channel where they bring up these weird hypothetical situations. Like, for instance, imagine, if you will, a space whale coming out of a wormhole and traveling around the Earth's orbit. And then, for some weird reason, it decides to eat the Earth. Like, it decides to gulp the Earth. That's scary. That something like a space whale could come out and eat us without us even knowing. I get even worse. Like, dimensional fucking opening where an alien just takes us and grabs it. Bro, it's crazy. I understand it. It's just imagination. But you don't know what's in space. I think that's even worse than balloons. No, I think that bad. Balloons are scary. No, actually, I'll put it like this. Number 1 are clowns. Number 2 are balloons. Number 3 is space. Would you agree with me, Ray?
Nah, I'd put balloons as number 1. I'm not afraid of clowns, but if I was to put clowns on a list, I'd put it number 3, and then a giant whale eating the planet would be number 2 for me. But
number 2, right?
Especially if it's made out
of shit. Was. But
Yes, and no, Tyler, a Goodyear blimp would not be like Godzilla. I'm not like blimps don't scare me. It's like the small helium-filled balloons that when they pop, that's what freaks me out and terrifies me. Like I said, not a lot of people know that because it's like an embarrassing phobia. Like I'm this tough bitch, but a balloon will completely freak me like cower in the corner.
This isn't exclusive. A Huggy exclusive race of balloons. Which again, guys, we're here to be a safe space for all our friends and all our guests. Let's not make fun of her because of balloons. I bet you that people.
Oh no, make fun of me.
Okay, make fun of her, guys. Please.
Oh, 100% make fun of me. It's a bitch thing to be afraid of.
Oh, who cares?
And every time I tell people that, they look at me crazy, and I'm like, I can't help it. It's just I don't know why I developed a phobia for balloons. It's always been a thing. Maybe I'll get over it one day, but I can't. It's
okay. Balloon let me follow me here. So does the balloon thing also leak into like? Would you get weirded out with condoms because they're made of like the same material, like, or that's okay?
Is it blown? Is it blown up? Is it blown up?
Is it blown up? I mean, I guess if someone wants to be a dick and just blow up a condom, then sure.
But I don't look at it's weird though. I wouldn't look at a condom blown up as a balloon though. I don't feel like it has that same pop sound. And most people don't blow up condoms like balloons, so it's like it's hard to say. But yeah, it might be the same concept. But for the most part, I don't like the pop. That's all it comes down to. I don't like the pop. I scream like a baby.
Making it easier for people to focus. You know that, right?
It is what it is. It is what it is.
God forbid the slug hears this stuff. The next time he comes in to talk to you, which I advise turn off his soundboard, he might do a balloon pop.
Over the microphone, it doesn't bother me. It's like I can't explain it. I don't think over the mic would bother me. I think it'd be in person. But I'll tell you this: if Slug tried to chase me with a balloon, I would slug it. I would probably slug it.
You would fight.
I would probably I would punch him if he tried to chase me, and I would just punch him.
It's very hard to use as a balloon. Yeah, I understand. It's just latex. I'm just saying. To prevent that latex. Oh, I'm kidding. I'm trying to do bars. But
they are slimy.
I feel as though, Ray, you are really talented when it comes to content. There was one thing that I would love to see you do, just out of morbid curiosity. There is a show called Wall Smashers. And it's a panel of people hosted by a friend of mine, friend of the show, Badwick.
I've been on Wall Smashers.
There's a point of me that would love to see you there for a extended period of time. Not only because I think you're massively funny, but I want to see how long it'll take for Shadow Humor to come into the stream to fuck with you. And I want to see how far it will take you to fuck with him. Like, I don't know.
I've been on Wall Smashers before, though.
Really? I forget. I forget these things.
I was on there during the tipster stuff when that went down.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. My apologies, Ray. I think
that's where I met you.
Oh really, bro?
Yeah, because we came on your show after.
That's right. No. Actually, it wasn't me. It was because of fucking Victor. Victor pulled you into my Discord, and then you came on, and then we spoke, and then that's how we became friends. I wasn't doing Wall Smash. You did Wall Smashes, but Vic, that's where it was. Shout out to Victor Burns. Victor Burns making connections since 1969.
I appreciate you saying I make good content, but I don't. I just boot up a live stream and talk on a microphone for an hour or so. I don't really make content. I just talk about stuff that interests me on my channel.
He was going to give you money to be part of the fucking universe. I think you would be like, again, I'm not trying to glaze you, friend. I think you're good. Why do you think I was bullshitting you about the fucking network stuff? I look, if there was a time and a place where I could be big enough to make an own network show and be like, have you do a show just to say whatever you want to say, and you keep most of the profits, I would do it because you're my friend. I want you to succeed, and I want you to grow. So even if that would mean like you could do this or you could do your show or like whatever the case is, it's still content. And I think that, I think you could do like that show. Again, the shows I'm about to say are more small commentary stuff. But you could do that one, not recording. I think you'd be great with not recording. Hell, you could be. Bro,
they don't like me over at not recording though.
Well, I don't know why they don't like you. You are very
delightful. I'm a spurg sometimes. They don't like that. They think I'm a little too much, which again, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I don't pretend to be. But again, and especially with my takes on certain things, people don't really agree with my takes on stuff, especially when it came to the tipster stuff. Oh, people hated my take on the tipster stuff.
Well, here's the thing about Tippy. Listen. I like Tipster. I think Tipster is a nice fellow, minus the goth mommy stuff. I'm kind of biased because I have friends that felt like Tipster fucked them over and stuff like that. So I'm a bit skewed on that. But like, I respect your perspective on Tipster. I respect how you feel about Tipster. And the thing about Tipster is Tipster went through a lot of shit. Tipster loved the commentary community because he felt as though they were bullying him. Then he went to alt right or alt left? He went with Keffels and Xanderhall, and then that shit didn't work out. Then he came back, and now he's friends with everyone again. So he went through a lot of shit. But am I gonna say he's a bad person? No. Misguided is more I would like to say. Would you agree with that assessment, or do you think I'm a bit harsh on that?
I think, and I've said this many times, everyone has the right to feel how they feel about people, right? That is your right. I associate with people for the reasons I associate with people, and I understand wholeheartedly that not everybody I associate with is going to get along as they shouldn't have to. Nobody should be forced to get along with anybody for the sake of like their relationship with me. So when it came to Tipster, the main thing that I was upset about was like certain things said specifically about him that weren't factually true. A lot of people were lying out of their ass about their reasons why they had a falling out with him. That bothered me. But I think that there was a certain situations that, yeah, he put his foot in his mouth. I've told him that. A lot of people told him that. But, people aren't perfect. I'm not perfect. I have my takes that a lot of people don't agree with. Not so much as, like, certain things that he had some hot takes on. But, he has every right to have bad takes like everybody else. So when it came to that, I think, you are correct in some of the stuff you said where it's like, yeah, there were certain things of how he handled certain situations, inserted himself in places to defend friends that he shouldn't because those friends were not really his friends. But those are hard lessons he had to learn. And if people still don't like him for the reasons they don't like him, like, who the hell am I to tell them they're wrong? Like, I wasn't there. I don't know what they went through with him. But that doesn't have, a lot of these people I don't know personally. And I mean, I know it's going to sound harsh, but like, I don't have any personal connection to them. So for them, it's like, I respect your decision. I respect your thoughts and your experience with him. But like, on my end, that's my friend. And unless he did something really, really bad that I can't even find any, way to condone it, I'm gonna let grown adults handle what grown adults want to handle, how they handle it. You know.
You're very mature. You're way more too. You're too mature for commentary, Ray. Holy fuck! Like,
well, because I'm real and most people in commentary are fake ass fucks.
Jesus Christ! Like you don't like. You essentially were like, I don't do guilt by association. I like who I like, and that's who I'm gonna like. Fuck you and fuck everything about you. Essentially, which is trying to say, which I respect. Like I said, I mean, for me, Ray, I have no beef with nobody. I like people. I have no ill will towards people. If you want to come and say hi to me, great. If you think I'm a piece of shit, then hey, guess what? You're a piece of shit too. Like,
right. I mean, I do guilt by association in certain circumstances, though. I can't sit and lie and say I don't. Like before, I didn't, but I've come to learn that there are certain moments where I definitely will guilt by association, and that's like obviously if you're associating with somebody who's a predator, absolutely not. I'm all set with you. We're good. You're just as bad as a predator. But also there are people who've hurt me severely. And if you want to associate with that person, like, go ahead, but you ain't going to associate with me because, like, I'm all set. If you're my friend and you care about me and you know what somebody did to me and how it affected me and you're still wanting to, like, act like that didn't happen, then go act like that didn't happen. But you're not going to act like it didn't happen and still, to my face, act like you give a shit about me. I've come to learn that hard lesson. So now I'm just like, I'm a do me, and if y'all don't want to rock with me, then don't rock with me. And that's completely fine. No love lost. You do you. I'm going to stay in my lane. Y'all stay in your lane.
Jesus. I do hate. There's certain people I do hate in this community. Like, you're familiar with the Echo situation, the Echo tribe? Like, I can't pronounce this guy name. You know what I'm talking about. That person I hate. I hate that person.
Yeah, the one that was sharing everybody's nudes that he got from people they paid for and just sharing them around. Yeah, I was part of that situation too. I was part of that situation.
That I actually I guess you would not come in. You didn't come back full time, but I did an interview with one of the people that dealt with Echo. Her name is Sin, and she talked about that shit.
I remember that.
Right, here's my question. If Echo was to come to you, Ray, and say to you, hey, I'll pay you for your nudes.
Nope.
You wouldn't do that anymore? You wouldn't take him on that offer? Okay.
No.
Respect.
I mean, I was doing Fansly at the time, so I didn't care. But, like, after that situation, especially, like, I'm all set. Like, I'm all set. That anymore, and also, like, I'm all set. Yeah, I'm all set. Like, I had my moment, I did it. It happened, made a few bucks. Not my cup of tea. It's not something I want to do full time or long term. And yeah, if he were to approach me now, especially after that situation, absolutely not. Because like, how can you trust somebody to like, do that? Because like for me, I didn't care too much. It was more that he did it to other girls. Like for me, I don't really care. I put it out there. That's my fault. I'm not mad about it. If he did that, it's like, whatever, maybe it'll bring more traction to my channel or something. Maybe they'll like what they see, they'll come subscribe. Cool. But it was the other women who weren't okay with it that bothered me. Even Leia. I never got along with Leia. Me and her don't really care for each other. But when that happened to her, I felt bad for her too. Because, like, dude, what? Like, these are people who are saying that they didn't like that. They didn't think it was okay. You did that. And I have to stand by them even if I don't care for them, because like we're all it's same with that situation. It's not cool. If some people are fine with it, that's our prerogative. But for those who weren't, like, fuck him. No right to do that to them.
Dang. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I just wanted to ask because, there like Maggot Edits is doing that too. Milking him for all his worth, and that's her prerogative too. But I just wanted to see your stance on that too, because I remember you were part of that shit too, and I don't know if you were you were used as an opportunity to bolster your pockets by making him bleed a little bit, but green white. But yeah, no. I mean, I respect that. But
Yeah,
like I
I
said,
didn't care when it happened to me, but I did care when it happened to the girls 100%. Like, I was like, dude, like, me, I don't care. Some people didn't care, but the ones that did, those are the ones that, like, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. Like, they didn't want that shit out there. They sent that to you, specifically, and you broke their trust, and that's not cool.
oh, yay, cool. Damn, sorry, what the fuck? Sorry, I
Yeah,
just
fuck
saw
okay.
something icky. But
Oh god,
wow.
you looking at nudes of Echo of Tragedy? I'm so sorry.
Oh god, no, fuck. Listen, no. God help me, no. And also the other thing is that um yeah, I think there was some other stuff about that situation that I don't know. And then I've been hearing through the grapevine that Echo may be coming back here and there. I'm like, oh great, he might be welcome. He may be welcome with open arms with uh
They
secretly
never
in the
stay gone,
community.
dude. They never stay gone. Like he probably left the Echo of Tragedy name, but he was probably still lurking under a different alias. Same with Ghosty. Yeah, Ghosty. They definitely
What was
they'll
Ghosty's
leave
crime
and they'll
again?
come back.
What was Ghosty's crime again? Was it the fucking
I think it was
mother being
similar.
dead? Oh.
Yeah, it was the mother being dead. I thought it was similar because I remember him sending penis pics to everyone. But yeah, it was the mother being dead thing that happened. Yeah, the faking the mother's death thing. Yeah, that was
And
like
also
the big thing.
stolen valor, I think it was. Damn, that
Mm-hmm.
bro. And do you remember Demented? I don't know if you remember the Demented situation.
Not really. I kind of like tuned out of that situation.
Oh.
There was so much drama going on. I couldn't keep up with everything.
You should just made it into content, bro. Like, holy fuck. And now there's nothing really to talk about.
I mean, we got the Lolcow universe.
We got the Lolcow universe. We got Ethan Klein versus iDubbbz. I don't know if you watch the content, Cobb. There's that. There's
nah.
What do you think of Bull Blacks being trans?
I mean, that's a loaded question.
I love how you pause at that shit. Like,
because like I remember how hard Bo Blacks went after Tipster and made certain comments and then went after that transgender charity thing, and I'm sitting there like, but you're trans, and that's kind of like crazy how you covered all this stuff and made certain comments against Tipster's pronouns or his sexuality or whatever, and now all of a sudden you're trans and you're OnlyFans leak. I wasn't okay with the OnlyFans leaking as somebody who's done fans leaks. I had stuff leak. Like, I'm never okay with leaks, but and I think people clowning on him or they for that, I meant them. I think people clowning on it was like, kind of like, I get it, but it's like, it's kind of like mean. I don't want to be a hypocrite here and like, think that's okay just because of all the stuff he did with Tipster. But yeah, that was something. That was something. Like when he, especially, when they crashed out and before the trans stuff came out, it was just, whatever. I mean, hey, live your truth. But I always low key had a feeling that Bo Blacks was not like straight, and I always had that sense, so I wasn't really too surprised, to be honest with you.
So you thought that he wasn't straight?
Oh yeah, I had a feeling that it was one of those things, like Bo Blacks wasn't 100% straight or something was going on, like a gender identity thing. I always had that feeling about Bo Blacks, so I wasn't surprised. But I felt bad with the OnlyFans leak. That was kind of like, damn, that sucks. That sucks.
Did you well? Did you take a look at the pictures?
No, out of respect, I did not.
Wow, you are like you are someone that actually is very grown up and very like. I don't blame you if you don't look at Bo Black's tingling and stuff like that. But wait, were you also doing were you there during the time of Bunk sex tape with Clancy? I don't know if you were there those days.
Mm-mm. No, and even so, like, I don't have to like you, to know that right is right and wrong is wrong, right? Like, for instance, like we talked about Andy Signor earlier. I can't stand Andy Signor. I hate that man. Definitely with a passion. I'll just keep it real. I do definitely hate that man. A better example, since we're talking about Lolcow stuff, I hate Becky Boop. Right, I can't stand Becky Boop. But there was one point where, despite my bias towards Becky, I reached out to her at one point in the Lolcow Discord and said, "Hey, like, listen, like, you need to be careful. Make sure you hide all of your personal information stuff because this type of stuff, the way what you're doing is gonna get you doxxed. It's gonna get people to harass you because you have a lot of hate. So, like, even though I don't like you, the last thing I want for you is to have real life harassment. Like, my issues with you online will stay online unless we do like a boxing match type thing, or if we had to be in the same space or whatever, but I'm not going to go out my way to fist fight you, so I don't like you, so protect yourself, because wrong is wrong and right is right. So I don't have to like you to still empathize with you about a situation. So when I was like, yeah, I didn't look at it out of respect, it's like, because as somebody who's that happened to, I don't wish that on other people. And even though sometimes people are like, well, this person deserves it, Bo Blacks deserves it, right? It's like, karma does have a way of coming back, but that doesn't mean I have to feel good about it, because still, it's like, I don't need to see that. That shouldn't have hit anyone's eyes. That's what the pay thing for. You want to see Bo Blacks' dingling, you can pay for it like everybody else. But yeah, I can't do it. It's not right, and then it makes me a hypocrite. So I would rather just be respectful to somebody I don't like than be a hypocrite, because like I am hypocritical sometimes. I just can't do it all the time, right? Because I'm not a scumbag, I have a heart. I'm a person. I can't be completely see you next Tuesday all the time.
You know where I don't know if this is the highest compliment you ever received, but Ray, I gotta tell you, what you have shown in this last 5 minutes it's something that people value so much in a person. Also, the fact that you can be trusted with shit. Like, you could be trusted to be by yourself in the mud, and you won't compromise the morals of yourself or anyone that you're working with.
Oh no, like, Huggy, when I say the shit that I know about a lot of YouTube content creators, because I don't talk about all the people I know and have encountered. I'm talking like big name people that I've encountered and talked to and become friends with. Right. The shit I know about people that's like embarrassing type shit that like they don't want out in the public. Even when I don't talk to those people anymore and I realize they're kind of scummy people, those secrets die with me, because I'm not the type of person that's gonna do that, because eventually, if it's bad enough, it'll come out on its own in some way, shape, or form, right? And for the record, I don't know anything really bad about anyone, because if I did, 100%, like if somebody did something like gross with kids or something, 100% would out them, 100% expose them. But I'm talking about like embarrassing stuff, like some people out there, these YouTubers, they act like they not kind of creeping on girls. And when I say creeping on girls, I mean slide in some people's DMs and trying to test the waters type shit, or guys who hit on me, YouTubers that had little things with me online or whatever. I don't kiss and tell. That shit dies with me. Even though I don't talk to those people anymore and I don't like them anymore, there's no need for me. Like, I could be that type of YouTuber who would get all the tea out there if I wanted to and just blow up, but that's just dishonest. Like, these people confide in me because at one point we were cool, and they're being honest with me about who they are and stuff. I'm not gonna out them, embarrass them. Like, if one of these YouTubers were the dude that happened to wear women's clothing on the like low key, I'm not gonna tell y'all exactly who that is and say, oh yeah, guys, this YouTuber, yeah, this big name YouTuber, yeah, he likes to wear dresses on the side.
Well, I don't mean secrets, though. I'm just mean in terms of the way you carry yourself. Because, like, if let's just say you are in an event and you're working with someone, right? Like, you could be trusted enough to where, like, that person will know you're not going to embarrass the group. You will you will be strong, you be whatever, but you're not going to compromise bullshit. You're not going to kill things with your behavior. You're not going to be like a Bad Bunny. Nah, is that Bad Bunny? You know that chick that says catch me aside, how about that? You ain't that type of person. You are like someone that can be trusted and not fuck things up. That's how that's how I'm trying to compliment you on that. You are trustworthy on that.
Little fun fact. I knew about Tipster's sexuality. He had come out to me way before he made that public, and I could have, especially during the time when Tipster was getting like blown out and all the people were watching all the YouTubers hating on Tipster. Oh, I could have just dropped that bomb and just made a bunch of money off of the clicks from it. And I was like, nah, because that's my friend. I ain't gonna do that. But like, I knew that stuff. That would have been a great exclusive scoop, right? But like, at what cost would that be for me? You know, and that's why I don't like Lolcow Live. I don't like a lot of these people that I cover because they would do that. They would 100% take the friendships they make with people and throw it out the window just to make a quick few bucks or a few clicks or some clout, you know, and I could do that 100% with the shit I know about some things that has gone down throughout the years. So I could easily boot up a live stream and just lay it all out there. But like I said, people trust you, and I'd rather have maintained my relationships and maintain that trust with people than to just, you know, make a quick buck, because I'm not trying to sell my soul for clout. By the way, Huggy is gay. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm outing Huggy.
How dare you? How fucking... 1 second. 1 second. Well, okay. One couple of things before we wrap up. It's interesting that what you like. So I've had my instances where people will be going on Twitter, like, so there was a quote unquote scandal with me regarding, someone posting something, posting an account. So someone posted an account, and everyone decided to talk about my exposure of the stuff. And it's like, watching that, now granted, it is what it is. I'm not embarrassed by the shit. It's just like, I don't know, what's the point of you covering that stuff? And it's like,
ooh, what'd you do?
Oh, someone took a screenshot of an account and just posted it. One second, hold on.
What's on the account, Huggy? What's on the account? Hold on, you're gonna give me more than that.
1 second, woman.
Ooh, did you have some dirty no-nos? Were you horny on the not main account? Is that what happened?
Where are you? Actually, I have to DM you over here. 1 second, I'm trying to be friendly, but I'll DM it to you.
Oh, is it scandalous? Am I gonna judge you harshly?
That's all it was. Had the name and everything, right?
Okay, hold on, wait. I need to see this. Hold on. Are we not talking about it on the stream?
Oh no! It's just
stream. Is that what's going on? Oh, who cares? Why do people care about that, dude?
Exactly, but you know what?
If I had an account like that, I swear to God, I don't even care. I tell people all the time, I will watch almost anything on those websites because like I'm curious of what I'm into and what I'm not into. So like I have my search history can be like weird. Like, and when I mean weird, I'm not talking about like I'm not talking about like hentai shit. I'm talking like things that nobody would expect me to like be into. If that makes sense.
So the thing is that so Wall Smashers ran it. Wall Smashers ran it. Flatley, I don't even know who Flatley is. Flatley ran the story. Flatley was the one that posted the picture, but then he was saying, "Oh, it's kind of L on my part because you have to search in the site itself to get that information." So I would look. That's an L on my part. But the reason why I'm bringing that up is because if you had a whiff of that, you know, I don't think you would dogpile. It's not something to be mad about, but like the principles that you portrayed, even with the whole tips of sexuality thing, it's like it just shows that not everything has to be meaning to content. You could just be like,
Right.
oh, like yeah, like I have like you be the type of person that if someone gave you the screenshot, you wouldn't plaster it. You would have been like, hey, Huggy, what the fuck is this? And they'll be like, that's nothing. What do you want to know? And whatever the case.
I wouldn't even care though, because again, most of the people who cast stones are also like low key. Like I can't count how many times there have been people in certain communities that have cast stones on people, but behind the scenes of doing the same shit. Right? So it's kind of like the same lines of like YouTubers will call another YouTuber who's white who dropped the N-word with the A, right? Meanwhile, these same people who are calling out that YouTuber who dropped the N-word with the A are in Discord servers saying it with the ER. So when it comes to things like that, I don't really care. As long as you're not doing anything illegal, you're not, into like kid stuff, you're not, into like bestiality shit, you're not doing anything criminal, right? I don't fucking care. If you have weird kinks, as long as it's not poop, I ain't judging you. So I don't really care because a lot of the times the same people who are gonna point and laugh certain things like Bo Black's, being transgender now, low key are watching transgender pornography. You know what I'm saying? The same people who are pointing a finger and laughing at your search history have worse shit on theirs. So when it comes to my friends, like as long as you're not doing anything criminal and disgusting, I don't give a shit. We're all grown adults. Everybody low-key has things that they don't want people to know about them because to other people, they might judge them a little, even if it's something as simple as like, listen, if you like to dress up as a dog and you're a furry, as long as you're not harming actual dogs, I don't give a shit. As long as you're not hurting anybody, I don't care. Oh, like you want to be a furry, be a furry. It's not for me, but power to you. It means you have money enough to buy a fursuit. Good for you. But a lot of these people, like I said, they're just as bad.
Technically, I am one because of the bad thing. I'm not, but I get what you're trying to say. But that's that's the whole thing. Not everything has to be made into content, and I'm not mad at that. I'm just trying to illustrate a point that you were illustrating, and that you show that there are people out there that don't need to kill your friends or kill people that you have a cordial relationship with, and shit on them for what they have, and that's refreshing. That's good. I mean, like I said, you're trustworthy, right? You're trustworthy. You could be trustworthy with the nuclear codes and you won't tell nobody. That's how trustworthy you are. You should.
Yeah, I mean, if I was there for that situation, I would have been like, "What's going on? This is what's going on." I take a look at it. Okay, nothing sus. Okay, you're into that. Cool. Don't care. Good for you. Like I don't care. Is it an adult? Is it a human adult? I don't care.
Even my head mod Kia was like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, why, just why? And I'm like, I don't know. Well, they think it's funny.
It must have been a dry month for content where they felt
It's
the need to do
such a
that, I
dry
guess.
month because allegedly what happened was, are you familiar with Darcy Evans? I don't know who.
Nope.
I don't know if you were there during the whole saga where this guy named Rev was friends with someone named Darcy Evans. Darcy Evans was a person that allegedly tried to kill themselves. It's a whole thing. But Rev supposedly gave that picture to Burn the World, who's another content creator, and he gave it to Flatly, and they posted. Like, everyone's playing telephone with the shit. Like, at no point did anyone say, maybe we should kill this because it's on principle, we shouldn't do all the shit. Right? On principle.
No,
I'm
they
not
don't
saying,
care.
huh?
They don't care. It's content. It's they
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
they don't care. It's content.
Principle. And that's what Burns said. Again, I'm not mad about that. I'm just saying, be cognizant of what you consider content, because if I find out about something, if I find out about something, I'll be nice enough to be like, hey, whatever. But like I said, it just goes to show that you have the capability, Ray, to be a big star if you do decide that you want to be a YouTube star.
And I listen. I'm not. I've always came into this whole YouTube stuff with the whole thing is I want to have fun. If I get money off it, cool. If I don't, also cool. Would it be nice to like make a profit to do this full time? 100%. That'd be great. I'd love to just work from home and just get paid to talk shit about Becky Boop or Andy Sinora or whatever. I'd love to do that, but it's not like a realistic dream of mine. It's just a hobby at this point. And when it comes to like I said, what you're talking about, I still will stand till the day I die on like these people who did that 100% would never have the balls to show the stuff they're into, right? They would never honestly do that because they know that deep down inside, there's going to be people that are going to be side-eyeing them, you know? And that's the messed up part about it is, like I said, most of these people who will cast the stones would probably have worse in their closet, you know? But they just get entertainment from doing it to the people. But like, let's take a look at your search history, bro. Like, let's see what you've been looking up these days. You know, like they won't do it. They won't do it.
It's funny though. Like, it's funny though. I went on Wall Smashers. I quit Wall Smashers because I want to do my own stuff. I like my freedom and whatnot. But I go in because Badwick loves me. And if I say to Badwick, I want to come in, I'll come in. Like, I have it like that. Anyways. So I go in, I'm talking to people, I'm yelling at people, I'm just getting my frustrations out. Flawley comes in. Now again, granted, Flawley showed the whole thing, whatever, but like, after this, me and Flawley have this thing where it's like, we're cool, we're good, I like him, I think he likes me. Whatever the case is. And then, like, Flawley's making a joke. He says, oh, Huggy, I see you got furry stuff on the thing. I make the joke, I said, like, I'm being sarcastic about it, right? I'm being sarcastic. When I tell you, when I said that shit, people were jumping up. Oh, did you guys hear what Huggy said? I'm like, bro, it's a fucking joke. Why are you guys so enamored with shit? Why are you guys so crazy over shit? But like, bro, it's a joke. Nothing serious about that. And it's like, I think you're right. I think people are tired of the content. They don't know what to say, what to do, and stuff like that. But again, it is what it is. They're great. They're great. Well, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, Huggy, let me tell you right now, I have no problem telling people what I search up on those websites because I don't care. Because, like, to me, and I've talked to people about it, they think it's a little weird because it's not their cup of tea. I don't give a shit. I'll tell you all the shit I've searched up on those sites.
Listen,
I don't give a fuck.
Listen. If you ever feel comfy to talk about that shit, I will do a special segment called "Risque risque with Ray or something like that in nature.
I'll do this. I'll drop 4 things I know people will be like, really? That I've looked up. Female to male stuff. Obviously, I'm pansexual, by the way, just to give context. Transgender women having sex.
Stop. Okay,
let's see.
You need. Wait. Stop.
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
No,
I'm very open about that.
Shut up and listen to me. Can you give a definition of what pan is, and what does that really mean? Because our mutual says he's pan, and I don't believe him at times. So,
I have no gender preferences.
You don't know gender preferences.
Like you could be a woman, a man who is now a woman who is now a man, or non-binary, whatever. I don't have a gender preference. I will say I date most men, but I am attracted to all genders.
Okay, so continue. So you got female to male type of nastiness, not nastiness, but you know what I mean.
Let's see. I've looked up the stepmom stuff, the stepmom, the stepdaughters.
You are sick. You are.
I don't care. Like I said, it's like we're adults. Like we have, curiosities. We have, desires. We are sexual creatures. So like,
I mean,
I'm not even embarrassed about it because, like I said, it is what it is. As long as there's no kids involved or animals, why does it matter? I'll say this. I think at one point I checked out the furry stuff. Not my cup of tea. So I know I'm not into that. Like I said. Because the thing that people don't understand, too, is, like, people look up stuff just to see what they're into, right? To see if it's something that they would like. So not everything that people are searching for is necessarily something that they're into either. So I always like to point that out because people will be like, oh, what's on your search history? It's like, well, there's some things people probably looked up to see if they were into, and they might not even be into it. They just were curious because, like, duh. How do you think I figured out what I was into growing up? Because I did research.
I mean, you could just play doctor with someone and just like, I mean, technically speaking, you could just play doctor and just see how it is. Like, get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, like I said, it's a level of immaturity at that point where like people are so prudish that they're like, let's make fun of somebody's kinks. Like, why? Like, why? Let me know what your kinks are so I can probably like find a way to nitpick and make you feel bad about it, shamed. Like, I don't really give a shit. Like I said, as long as there's no feces involved, I don't normally kink shame anyone. Like, I can make jokes and clown on Keem being like a crusty person in his conversations, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna kink shame the dude. I just think it's crusty conversation.
You are
just the way he said it was so like cringe. Now pop that kitty cat. Hey, oh
my god. So wait, so you gave me 2 things. You got 2 more that you want to drop?
Oh, I've 100% looked up old ladies. I 100% have. I have. And let me just tell you, some of these grannies got it. I'll give it to them. Some of the grannies got it. Not all of them. Some of them got it. Some of them are just a little too keeper for me. And let's see. Oh, I've also looked into dudes who like bang fruits. that's a thing. I was actually surprised.
Oh, you mean Echo? You mean Echo?
Yeah.
Except
they don't eat it after. Well, they don't eat it after. The eating part is where I'm just like, yuck. There's like certain foods you just don't do that to. Like when the whole McChicken was a thing.
Pie?
Oh, that was so gross. Like I can't even imagine that feeling. Anything.
What, the apple
like,
pie?
Apple pie I can kind of understand the texture, right? It's all about the texture, right? So certain textures I get, but like the McChicken was not one of them. I till this day thought the McChicken meta was weird as hell.
People scare me sometimes with their fetishes. And I'm like, whatever happened to the good old days about bondage, BDSM, submissive, dommy? What happened to all that? That was basic. That's what I grew up on. Now we got all this.
That's so vanilla now. It's so vanilla now.
Vanilla? Oh god.
Yeah, it's so vanilla now. But like I said, I don't give a shit. People know like the shit I've looked up or that things I'm into because like who cares? Like, if you're gonna judge me for it, please let me see your history. That's all I'm gonna say. Please let me see your favorites.
Bro, I ain't judging. I love everyone. I love and adore all my friends and all of my business partners and all this other stuff. I do. I really do. It's just that when you tell me this shit, my gut reaction is, what the fuck is wrong with you? Number one, pause, which is a New York thing, which is like, no, I can't say, I don't want to say like, no gay shit, that's pauses. Number three, really? Just really? And then I get into acceptance a little bit. But like, okay.
I listen. If people want to make you into content over dumb shit like that, just roll with the punches. Just be like, just own it. Because what's the point of you getting mad? You know, because like they're gonna do it regardless, and it shows the type of people they are. So like, fuck it. Like they showed you who they were, and that's all you need to know. So if they're gonna clown on you, something like that, and there's no like severity to it, fuck them. Like they're not even worth the headache. It's like, why even bother? Let them laugh. Let them make their jokes. Who cares? That's why I'm open about my shit, because like I'm not gonna ever let anyone have that kind of power over me. Like if you want to laugh at me because I said that I looked up this or I'm into that, I don't give a shit. Like I do that shit behind closed doors. You don't have to see it, right? So like judge me all you want. Who cares? You know, you're using me for content. Good. I can can play at that game. I'll just use you for content and make a few bucks out of that and just be real with it. And people will probably respect me more for being like, oh, so she's not mad. She's just going to talk about it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Super chat me money. I'll talk about it. Why not? It's what it is. It's what it is.
Okay.
So, and like, yeah, Kat said, yeah, most people, most adult people do look at that stuff. So like, who fucking cares? These people are just, again, it was a slow month for content, Huggy. That's all it was. You know what it was.
I know, girl. I know. Please, I actually had an independent Huggy supporter DM me and be like, Huggy, look at what these idiots are doing. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. And what tickled me is like it went through all of their networks. It went through this one, that one, this one, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on here? Like, whatever. It is what it is. God bless you. You got your content. I hope you made a few shekels on it, whatever the case is. But the only reason I brought it up is just to illustrate how good you are, Ray. How wonderful you are, Ray. How trustworthy you are. When it comes to anything.
Well, that's because I'm normal, Huggy. Like, I'm normal. And I remember that even though this is the internet, people are still people. And behind the screens, there are human beings who have feelings, have shit going on in their lives. And if they're not really shitty people and doing shitty things, I'm not going to add on to that, right? I'll 100% roast somebody like Becky or anybody else out there that is shitty and does shitty things online that is intended to hurt other people. I'll 100% talk about it. But, like, I'm not going to go out of my way to be that person just because, like, over something like that. Like, if you did something serious and there was some sus shit, like, that's alarming, of course I would say, yo, Huggy, what the fuck's good? Like, and I would, being your friend, I would talk to you privately before doing anything public, right? But
I feel like
for the most part, like, there's no need if there's not serious cause for alarm. Because, like, that's not what I respect or I want to do. I don't want to be somebody who does content for the sake of content if it's something that's, like, not that serious, if that makes sense.
Okay, you've been wonderful during this 2-hour stream. So my final question before we wrap up. I got this idea from an interview by the name of Chris Van Vliet. He interviews wrestlers, but he does this question at the end, and I think I might incorporate this with guests as time goes on. So, if you could, what are 3 things that you're grateful for during your whole life and YouTube life? You like life in general.
I guess I'm grateful to still be here, still be kicking.
Okay.
Grateful for the people that I have met throughout my, YouTube ventures. People who are genuine and people who stuck by me through my crazy self, because I am a little crazy. So I'm grateful for all those people who still stuck around, people who get me, people who understand me, and more so understand that I'm not perfect. I don't pretend to be, and they can be honest with me, as I am with them. And I'm grateful to be on this channel right now talking with you because it's been a while, and grateful for your chat and people who are watching this on replay for sticking out this long and hanging out and interacting. And I'm also gonna throw in a 4th thing, and I'm grateful that you're almost at 1,000 subscribers because it was a long time coming.
The only reason why I am that way, I'm sorry to keep you, but I need to say this. I am grateful for my team that I have helping me behind the scenes. People that have an eye for shit, and because of that, I'm able to be where I am. The thing is that you don't need a team of, you don't need people in your fucking channel. You don't need 15 to 20 people in a call to make content. It's great to have that, but for me, I'm always solo. I do this by myself. I have guests like you and my friend Sin and whatever the case is. At the time, Sen, and also Slug. And the thing is that with all of that came trials and tribulations, and now that people like people like the edits I premiere, they rock with it. And if I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll be a very happy bear. And regardless of where life takes me, I'll be happy. Like, I know nothing lasts forever. Believe me, I know. With local life, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes with it. There's a lot of stuff I want to go over. Like, I might do the mid stuff. I might do what else is there? I might there's some host stuff that might be premiering. That might be premiering. Like, Keem did some host tryouts, some bullshit like that. But yeah, I'm thankful for you, Ray, for being both a silent and a vocal supporter of mine throughout these months. I will say that I looked up to you when I looked up to you and your content, because I said to myself, I want to be like that type of content creator that has a community, that could shit talk with the best of them, and could do it by themselves. So thank you.
Well, you're doing it, so you don't gotta thank me. Thank you though, but you're doing it, so I appreciate it. But yeah, I'll let you end the stream. My back is killing me, so thank you guys all for having me. I'll let you end it proper, and I'm gonna dip out. And yeah, I'll keep in touch.
Will do.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, Huggy. Bye bye.
Yay, it's cool. Okay, oh my god, never asked me. I can do that much of stuff. Just okay, I'm grateful for some stuff. I like meeting different people online. He's a lone wolf, Huggy lone wolf. To be alive is all the blessing you need. You have to wake up every day and say, man, this is a great being alive. It's fucking awesome. And one more day in the story of the greatest that is your life. Okay, y'all are very sweet. And I was just like about to fucking... Do I really want to finish the Lolcow thing? Maybe it's not worth it. But yes. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for continuing with that consistent 10 viewers. I never expect you guys to keep at 10 viewers. But it's amazing. It's a blessing and whatnot. Like I said, like, share, subscribe. Super things, super chats, memberships. I maybe start doing stuff where stuff it may be from members first, then to public. Who knows? But until then, you guys have a blessed night.